any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
Keep it going. Some privilege in the back, blowing. Hold it down for the Bay, repping Oakland.
It's all a fugazi.
And you know the difference between me reading your papers now and me reading your papers 10 years ago is that now I know when I read it. 10 years ago, I didn't know when I read it.
This is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Right.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies.
Carrying a school bag on stage. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read.
No, you ain't the champ. Hey, listen, don't make me embarrassing. How you gonna do this? Embarrassing. How you gonna do this? Champ, you go fight more than 4,000 people live. One more people in training.
40 years old carrying a school bag. The man doesn't even fucking read.
And Dad tried to teach me and my brothers, never try to be better than someone else. Always learn from others. And never cease trying to be the best you could be. That's under your control. I coined my own definition of success, which is peace of mind, attained only through self-satisfaction and knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable.
That's basketball.
What do you both think about fear?
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. I'm here to live up to mine.
He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life.
Fear is a teacher.
And I don't skip class.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Me? Just hanging around.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
Hey now. Hey now. To you. Yeah. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Did I just nail the grail?
You just hit the grail.
Did I just nail the grail? Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
Let's take a breath. It's gonna be a fun show. My video today, pumping product, absolutely. Null 2026 said he hasn't been back in a while. Good to see you. I have a lot. This is half the show. All these tabs are half the show. I don't even want to watch this, but I wanted to remind myself why Joe Hollywood and Jeff Wilson were tied together. Okay. You see all the tabs. In an hour, we're gonna go over a bunch of players I put up, and we'll do that with Greg Midlife Sports Cards and Mike Junkwax Hero. Am I saying that right? Why do I always get his name wrong? There's a Junkwax Museum. I know it's Junkwax Hero. Now I'm questioning myself. Anyways, a lot of good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what the hell's going on. I actually wanted to start while it's the beginning. Sorry, I had a brain moment. I every time you just barely make it for sure. I have a ton I want to say, a ton I want to get to, but I figured someone asked. Why don't I should have had it clipped. FD, somebody asked, do you show your collection? Do you collect? What's up, Kenny F? And Kenny F has 2 voicemails. We have a third voicemail, so there's 3 voicemails today. We haven't played voicemails in a while. Call in, leave a voicemail, rant, 30 to 60 seconds. Give your take. I'm fumbling to begin here. Anyways, those are the 2 one-piece boxes. I have those 2 KO boxes, the boxing. That's the Wemby year. Not that means anything, but it's fun. And I ripped 2 of these. I saved 2. And then a few packs. That's the only sealed stuff I own. I got through about a third of my... Bear with me. 5 minutes. I'm going to show you just some of the collection. These are all sets from the 90s. In these sets, they all have, Jordan. They all have Kobe, McGrady, Shaq. McGrady, I guess, would be in the later 90s. That's his rookie card. Olajuwon, Garnett. So I'm not going to show you every set, but we can go back for a minute. I love this Skybox Premium. It's really pretty stuff. The SPX was nice. There's that hoops I opened. more earlier Skybox. This is the first stuff I ever owned, 1990 NBA hoops. I don't like the look of it at all. I think it's kind of funny how the early 90s, late 80s stuff, which is ugly as hell. I mean, it's just so ugly. It was always laughed at. It's always a dime a dozen. And somehow the Jordans in that stuff are just getting pushed to a stupid price. I don't understand it. What is this? This is... Oh, I know, just one of those sets. Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, some of the rookies from that year: Baron Davis, Elton Brand, Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, Corey Maggette, franchise, Steve Francis, Rip Hamilton. That's a pretty good draft class. Over here, just some other rookie stuff. This is the Russell Westbrook year, I believe, and Kevin Love. I opened quite a bit of that. You got it really, really cheap on David Adams. I don't know, NBA hoops. So these are all sets I have from NBA. It's not complete, but I try to have a set a year. This is 2003 Topps Prospects. They're all in their high school jerseys. It's LeBron, Kobe. Where's Kobe at? Right there. I think there's 4 Kobes, 4 Jordans, 4 Carmelos, 4 of the best high school players to ever play basketball, or at least since I've been alive, we'll put it that way. Wrestling set, some more NBA, another NBA set. This is Rookie Rage 1996. This is Edge. So this is not licensed. Oh my God. Tune out now. He doesn't have a licensed set. Oh my gosh. Sacrilegious. Gosh forbid. Anyways, Kobe, this is a great rookie class. That last rookie class we were looking at, very good. This is one of the best rookie classes all time. Kobe, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Stephen Marbury, and it goes deep. I mean, Jermaine O'Neal was an early pick, Antoine Walker, Kerry Kittles, Drew Barry's in the little pack. I mean, it goes very deep. Derek Fisher. So anyways, that's a really cool set. Then we go to 2003 Topps, which is also a very good draft class. One of the better draft classes all time. You have LeBron. I graded these myself. My friend opened a bunch of this back in at 03, 04. And I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, we made a big trade. He had 2 complete sets. So I got 1 set. The LeBron graded a 9. He kept the better grades, or what he thought were the better grades. And the Dwayne Wade graded a 10. Bosch a 7, Carmelo an 8. There's the Kobe and Shaq. The Darko, I think, it has a gold. All the rest are just regular, but this Darko has some gold stuff to it, whatever that means. Anyways, this is one of my 2003 sets. Some random football sets. This is a cool boxing set. Is that Lennox Lewis rookie card? I want to say it is. Now, I don't think it is, because when you look up his autograph rookie, it's not that card. But that's the ringside set, an Olympic set. Some of this Olympic sets you can get, I don't know about this year, but some of those years you used to be able to get dirt cheap. I mean, just dirt cheap. Did I already do what? I have that. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Someone asked to see some of my collection, so I figured we'd start early. I showed about a third. I couldn't, it just took a while. It was really nice though, because I got to do some inventory. I got to see some cards I hadn't seen in a while. Actually cleaned up a bit in here. So it feels a little, it's a tighter space, but it feels a little, not as crowded. Anyways, this is a really nice boxing set, round 1. It's to 90, and the cards 91 to 100 are these gold Alis. But it's a really nice set. The cards are thick. I can't even explain to you how thick the cards are. It's very nice card stock. The round 1 on the bottom are the base cards. These are the top cards are later in the set, but it has, Lewis, Floyd Mayweather, Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Joe Frazier, Jake LaMotta, Larry Holmes. It's very deep. And I put guys who, I don't know, Carlos Ortiz, Archie Moore. So anyways, it's a very nice, one of my favorite boxing sets. And then this tennis set's very important and probably not talked about enough. There's not a lot. I'm not a huge tennis person. I know the names. And in 2003, they just don't make a lot of it, or they didn't make a lot of it. And so this is many of these players' rookie card, not Pete Sampras, but it's Roger Federer's rookie. It's where's the other one? Nadal. It's Nadal's rookie up here. It's Anna Kournikova. Well, I know I said that wrong. Been a while. Okay, Serena Williams rookie, Venus Williams rookie. So this is a nice set. I bought a couple of these sets a while back. It might be Andy Roddick's rookie. It might be Martina Hingis rookie. I'm not sure. Who can, that doesn't matter. It's the big 4: Federer, Nadal, Venus, and then the biggest one, Serena. That's also Sampras rookie and Andre Agassi rookie. All right, let's keep moving. This is it. I only have 9 vintage Magic graded cards. I'd like to get more at the right price. Alpha up here. Alpha's the very first set. It's very limited print run. There's not a lot of it graded. A lot of it's been played with because it's a heavy playing community. So anyways, in a PSA 9, I have one of the alphas here. This is a Disintegrate, a card I used back in the 90s playing growing up. I haven't played Magic in a long time. I use many of these cards here. So anyways, that's my vintage Magic stuff graded. I still, revised is overprinted, unlimited overprinted, but what you want is beta and alpha. It's very undervalued in my opinion. Some of it's, the Black Lotus or the what is it, the Prime 9. I know Magic guys are gonna rip me for that, but there's a core 8 or 9 cards that hold crazy price, but I still think anything alpha or beta and high grade, you see it in sports cards, and there's like, I don't know, 3 10s, 7 9s, like it's not a lot of it's graded, which shows there's not a huge demand. But will that always be? This is the very beginning of Magic. Magic's still huge. Just absolutely huge. Blue Red Master, bro, I think you're great for the show. I think people like you. I think it's fun. You got to let me cook for a while, though. You can't just call in right at the beginning. If you're here towards the end, call. Let's talk later, maybe in a half hour or after Greg. But I don't want to throw you on yet. Right, I'm in the groove showing the collection. I moved to Vegas the same year the night started. This is the inaugural set right here. I think, I don't know. For my age at 40, the homies, come on now. You go to my brother and sister collected them, my stepbrothers. I didn't buy any, but they were in the house a lot. You put a quarter in the machine, you get a homie. So I have the homies set. That's fun. Okay, really quick. Let me just go over this. This is one of the best sets I've ever. I'm not even a huge Simpsons person. I am way more South Park, but Simpsons has been around my whole life. I definitely had a Simpsons time. I know I watched the Simpsons, of course, but this set, the love, first of all, the colors pop. This is from the what is this, 2000 maybe it's year 2000. This is the back, so they all creates this family tree, but it's not just that. I mean, the love they put into the comedy, the fun, the rest of the back of the cards all have this trivia. They all have some fun, interesting art. It's a very, very cool set. So if you're a Simpsons fan, I bet you can find this cheap. It is, I mean, just look at the colors and they put a lot of love into it. I wish they put this much love into many sets. And again, I'm not a huge Simpsons guy. It's not like I adore this because it's the Simpsons. I think it's one of the nicest sets I own. I mean, a play on artwork here. It's just great. And then some of the backs, are this. I left out, there's 9 cards that are all, cowboy hat cover and things. So that's a great set. The South Park, I am a South Park, love South Park, but that set's mediocre. It's nothing compared to that Simpsons set. I'm trying to collect. I don't have every. I'm very close to having all the NBA rookie cards all time, right? So here, they're supposed to play 500 games, which is about 6 seasons on the bench. And I get, it doesn't have to be that. Sometimes they could play less, but then you get into guys no one knows. You have a collection full of players nobody ever heard. But still, 6 years on the bench. There's guys that played 10 years on the bench you forgot about or don't recognize their name. So the Hall of Famers, I'd like to get their autos. So here's Jason Kidd. Some of these right now, you go out and get these for $100 or less. I mean, Adrian Dantley's rookie card, auto 10, a Hall of Fame inscription, and you could go on eBay right now and probably find that same card for $100. Same with Rick Mahorn, Hall of Famer. Same with Iceman George Gervin, Hall of Famer. So this one even says ice on it. How cool is that? So I love that. The people that do collect autos like the cool inscriptions, including myself. And so that's what I want. So I'll just walk you through some of them. The Shaq. I'd love to get the Shaq on the gold. I love this Alonzo Mourning with the gold on the gold. Can you believe I said that? I don't think I've ever said that in my life. They're creeping into my brain. On the black, on the this, on the that, on the Hawaiian roll. Alonzo Mourning, 92 draft pick, gold, tops gold. The blue auto really, really pops. Love that card. The Shaq auto 10 rookie. Again, $150 probably for a Shaq auto rookie. At what point are they going to push that? I have a theory later that the reason you see Joy, we're the second hour, we'll get into it with Greg and Mike. And I have a theory about George. It's easier and Griffey. It's easier to push one player in card. You can't do it with that. They can't spread the love to Barkley and Olajuwon and Pippen and Rodman and Magic and Bird and all these other amazing players. Amazing. I mean, there's up there with Jordan. I know Jordan. Everyone puts Jordan on this pedestal. He's great. He's great. Rodman is also amazing. Pippen, go read about it. ranked the best defender of all time. Jordan played with the guy that was the best defender of all time. And I make that Steph Curry. Steph Curry's out of this world. But he's not Steph Curry without Klay Thompson. You know, you pair Steph Curry with Monta Ellis and it didn't work. But you pair him with one of the best defenders on the court, and a guy could shoot also. But anyway, and then you give Rodman another all-time defender. So and the same thing with Griffey. You can't pump Bonds and Ricky Henderson and Greg Maddux and I don't know, Trippier Jones and Derek Jeter. You can't do all of it. So we're gonna ride the Griffey train. We're gonna ride the Jordan train. There's other great, amazing players that you should, they're very undervalued if you're going to compare to those players. And we'll get into that the second hour. It's Nate Tiny Archibald, Hall of Fame 91. Probably, that seems like he retired before that. I mean, it took him a few years. Rick Barry, shit auto. But anyways, that was a cheap card. I think it was $70. Love the Steve Kerr. That was 100, maybe 90. But love the ink. Robert Parrish, the Chief, under $100. I'm telling you, Jack Sikma Hall of Famer. Is it say that there? I don't see it. Alex English, Hall of Fame 93, one of the best scorers. Never talked about. Sidney Moncrief down here at the bottom, auto rookie. Bernard King, auto Hall of Fame 2013. That seems late for him. Maybe I'm wrong. Great scorer. Artist Gilmore, Hall of Famer, auto. We'll end. I think this is the end of the autos. And we're almost done with my little collection to start the show. I have plenty of other stuff to get to. But Elvin Hayes, Hall of Fame 90. These are the 1969. These are the bigger cards. Walt Frazier. I have a little baggy over it, so it's a bad picture. But a Walt Frazier auto 9. Vintage 3.5. This was one of my dad's a Laker fan, but this is one of his favorite players. Dude had swag. Walt Frazier. Anyways, this is the Steph Curry rookie year 2009. So I'll never end up with this Steph Curry. I think James Harden has this card as well. But here's some of the other players from that. Damari Carroll's one of the better ones. Tyreek Evans. Talk about a guy that would have lost people a lot of money if in the league right now. Tyreek Evans, the first couple years, looked like he was going to be the next greatest thing, and valid. He was excellent. And then his career shot down quick. I mean, Jordan Hill might have had a longer relevancy in the league than Tyreek Evans, but Tyreek Evans at his top of his game was very, very good. Earl Clark had a stint with the Lakers. Jeff Teague was a good player. I'm going to show you a little bit of my Laker collection. I know Granger and Capono not, but I have their auto rookies. But some of it is my auto Laker rookies. Devin George, Luke Walton, Mark Madsen, Fisher. I've had this stuff maybe 5 years. Oh, before we get to that, this is one of my favorite cards. This card I probably had 7 or 8 years. When I saw this card, it's like, man, that's just crazy. They're all drafted the same draft class in 03. All in different jerseys, and they end up winning the Heat. Yeah, they're all in different jerseys, and they end up winning 2 titles together. And, LeBron, some regard, is the best player of all time. I do not. Dwayne Wade is up, great, one of the better players of the past 30, 40 years. And Chris Bosh is no featherweight in himself. PSA 6 Larry Bird's 1980. I'm working on this whole set, 1980 set. So this is not his rookie card with Magic, but same year. And then this one's in an 8, his rookie year, Bird in the middle there. What do I have here? This is that same year. This is off center to 7. Very nice looking card. Otherwise, that's the Magic rookie year. This would be the 1981. That's the second year. They were trying to, in COVID times, they were trying to push stuff so hard. They were promoting this as also a rookie card, which it's not. The 1981 is not his rookie, but because it's his first card on by itself, they were just put anything they could push. So anyways, it's not his rookie year, but it is a cool card. And it's his first year, by himself. Wrapping up some rookie cards. Elgin Baylor, the case is cracked, but I got a super good deal on it. 2.5, 6 Paul Arizin. Sorry if I'm going to butcher his name. Bob Lanier, I believe Hall of Famer. So I need his auto rookie and a 6. This was a cool pickup a few years back, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It was at Legacy Card Shop here in Vegas. Was it there? Now I don't remember. I think so. I walked in, thought about it, left. Before I got in my car, I walked back in. I think they were each $100. So this is a sealed, not open. So I think there's 20, if I'm not mistaken, in each. I think these are all Kareems. These are all Birds. 20 Kareems, 20 Birds, sealed, never opened. I like the star stuff. It's gotten a push in value as it should. It was always very cheap, but yeah, and it's very rare and the only stuff at the time. Tim Duncan, 10 rookie. What do I have here? Well, we're almost done. I want to wrap this up here. Wilt Chamberlain, Nate Thurman, Dave Cowens, PSA 8. That Wilt card, he doesn't have that many cards. Wilt Kareem on the same card down here in a 4. 2 10s, a Hoops 1990, a 91 Skybox Bird. This is one of my favorite cards all time. If you see this card in real life, the colors, it's some of the nicest colors on a card I've ever seen. And the colors hold up from they're not the damage on this card. And by the way, this looks better than a 2.5 in my opinion, but the damage on this card, I have a lot of these cards, it doesn't come in the color, it comes elsewhere. The color has stayed popping since 1970 tops. It is one of the bigger cards, but it's Kareem, Jerry West, Elvin Hayes, the scoring leaders. It's Kareem and Jerry West, two of the best Lakers of all time. And also just the colors on that card are great. When I was a kid, I wrote Shaq and I wrote Kobe. They both sent me something. And this was what I got from Kobe. He didn't give me an auto or a card or anything, but I got it's big. It's gotten beat up since 1997 when I got it, maybe 98. I don't know, but that's a authentic game used ball. Maybe, probably not. It's numbered, I think, on the back. It's beat up to hell. I also somehow over the years got this LeBron piece of, floor of high school. Who the hell knows? But this is the Laker collection here. Shaq, we'll just go through real quick. Danny Green won a title with us. We should have never got rid of him. He didn't have a much longer career. Cedric Ceballos, Devin George won some titles with us starting. I mean, I don't think people remember who started some of those. Sasha Vujacic, Brian Cook, Rick Fox, Kurt Rambis, Jared Dudley, Vlade, Tyronn Lue, Kareem Rush, also someone probably people would have lost money on. He looked like Kobe was high praise on that guy. Eddie Jones, one of my favorite basketball players growing up. Caldwell Pope. Did he won again with Denver, if I'm not mistaken? Is that right? AC Green, Steve Blake. AC Green, two of them. He was known for not having any fun with the ladies during his playing career. Also, didn't he play for? He's the Iron Man streak. I don't know if he's still the guy, but he had the most games played in a row or most games played ever. Now I'm confusing. It's been a while. He had some streak. Robert Horry. Hey, go get yourself a Robert Horry rookie card. He just hit huge shots for the Lakers, huge, and always was in the right place at the right time, did things that don't show up on the stats. Nick the Quick, him and Eddie Jones were my childhood. Then we got Kobe. I was 12 years old, 11. So my childhood was Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones. They were the next, the torch was being passed off to these guys. Nick going down the court would shadow box after a big shot. Michael Thompson still does radio in LA. So when I lived in Southern California, I listened to a lot of Michael Thompson. Just a fun guy to listen to and smart. Really, he's number 1 overall pick. Gail Goodrich, legend. Horace Grant. Did he win a title with us? One. We always had a different power forward those 3 years. Derek Fisher, Byron Scott, James Worthy, Jamal Wilkes, Michael Cooper probably should be in the Hall of Fame. Did he recently make it? I don't think so. One of the best defenders all time. Glenn Rice, Eldon Campbell had that Nike scar on the back of his neck. There's Magic, Meta World Peace, Ron Artest. This is one of my nicer looking autos. Elgin Baylor, Hall of Famer. I have a Magic. Yeah, that's a cool piece. And then Jeannie Buss autograph here. I don't think you do that in 2026. I don't know. It's a shame. Jerry West. And then the big one is the Jerry Buss. Jerry Buss has no autographs, just nothing. And I got this before everything went crazy. And so I didn't pay a premium. I think last time I looked, it was between $300 to $500, I think, but he has nothing. And the Lakers it makes me sad. I mean, we're just since he left, at least it was owned by his kids. And his kids sucked, and Jeannie Buss had to fire all of them. But it was, it just sucks. It just sucks. And they sold it, and it just doesn't feel the same. And LeBron's got to go. But that is a piece of fucking history right there. I'm very happy I own that autograph. He played poker. So this is a poker set. He has nothing in the NBA. This is a poker set that he happened to autograph a card in the poker set. And I expect that should have some value as the years go. He doesn't have much autograph. Wrapping up. I know I said that 7 minutes ago. Again, this is a third of my collection. Dana White. I picked this up about a year, maybe 6 months ago. I didn't love the autograph when I checked the rest. It's not bad, but you just can't find this. There isn't many of them. Dana White rookie auto. There's none of them on eBay. There's none of them out there. So I was $200, I think, maybe $180. Dave Portnoy, PSA 10, that's fun. Oscar De La Hoya's rookie cards, way cheap. Go get it. Justin, Jesus, Bieber and Drake, PSA 10. Some of the all-time great golfers, Jack Nicklaus, John Daly, Tiger Woods. I'm collecting this 1966 Topps Batman set. Also collecting the 1980. This is the Magic Bird rookie year set. Here's some Magics in a PSA 10, 1990 Hoops, 91 Skybox, 90 Fleer. This is one of my, I swear I have the Jordan. This is a 20 card set. I have all 19. I can't find the Jordan. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I'm a little annoyed. I felt like I got it graded with the Kobe and Duncan. And I feel like that Jordan went missing a long time ago. So I'm annoyed. This is a beautiful set. You have some of the better players of the time. There's Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone. The other guy doesn't get, I'm not a Karl Malone guy. He's out there hunting, hunting young Latino women. Is that what he said to Kobe? Something to that effect. Or to Kobe's wife, Karl Malone. I'm a Kobe guy, so fuck Karl Malone. Scottie Pippen, Marcus Camby, Allen Iverson, Sean Kemp. It also, these photos don't do the cards justice. They're really pretty. Very, that Metal Universe. There's the Kobe. I got these graded myself and the Duncan. So I have all 19. I'm missing the Jordan. I'm a little annoyed by that. I don't know what the Jordan runs. I guess I'd get it in an 8 to match these two. And also the 9 and 10 are probably expensive. This is what I didn't get to, and I haven't shown you. We'll do this another time. 25 fucking minutes. Oh my God. Whatever. Say some. Okay. We're not going to get to everything I wanted to get to. This is the 80s, 90s, even though this is labeled. And I just have it like this throughout. So that's all the 80s, 90s. One of these is 90s, 2000s, 2010s. I'm probably I'm the weakest in the 70s rookies. I'm also, there wasn't a ton of stars those decades. So it's not like a ton of, but there's still, I don't have a lot of the 70s rookies. Anyways, that's all rookies, NBA rookies. I didn't get to any of this 1969 Topps basketball set. Any of that's not gotten to. Didn't get to any of these books here. On the left is all NFL rookies, 1, 2, 3 boxes. The bottom one's kind of nice. I didn't realize I had so many slabs. This was a fun, not only this took a while here, but it was good to do some inventory. It's good to look inside of some of this stuff. I forgot I had some of this stuff. So just like I'm working and I much more, engaged in the NBA side, the rookies, which I haven't picked up some in a while, but I also have a lot of NFL rookies, a lot. And so I'll probably end up doing the same thing with wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. I kind of have that going already. On the right, pretty much junk, not stuff I want to give to my students, but stuff that's not definitely worth showing on this. So part 2 we'll do next week if I get to looking at everything. I hope you enjoyed that. I know that's not the normal, but that's, a third of my collection there. Let's get to some of the stuff. Real quick, a big shout out to Orlando, a collector's dream. He's 3.99. So go subscribe to his channel. Let's get him over 4,000 tonight. He's been doing these new things that I enjoy. It's a little longer, 47 minutes, but who cares? That gives Orlando more time in chat because more people will show up. He's doing a live where he'll just walk. I guess it's a dog park or a walk around. He talks. I loved what he had to say today. And not just because I got I didn't expect my name. He mentioned me and my brother. Hey, that was cool. I didn't know that was coming. But anyways, I am enjoying these. It's just chill and it's wise. I mean, the guy's been in cards his whole life. I think he's almost 70 years old. Not at the end. You look great, my friend. I mean, just for 70 years old, I can only hope. My hair will never be. And my hair's gone, bro. Damn you. Kudos to you, but he's 10 subscribers, 8 subscribers away from 4,000. So go give it to him. What else do we got here? All right. You waited. This dude it's nonstop. It's by the hour. It's a marketing jackpot. I mean, how many did I put? I could have put way more, 20 million. I mean, it's nonstop. Push, sell. I got to make it. This is my moment. This card doesn't sell them all that much. I have Logan Paul here. This is the moment. And why the fuck does sometimes he wears gloves and sometimes no? It's all for the camera. It's all for the show. I'm not wrong, Mickey Mouse. I'm not wrong. This is when I sometimes, I'll question you're never right. You never know. This I know. Because 80% of the time he's holding this stuff or he has the chain and there's no gloves. Just recently, as you notice, ooh, we got to make this art push. We got to sell to the rich people. We're going to leave behind, you know, the general folk. You saw my collection. You saw the 90s sets. You saw the 2000 NBA sets. No one, yeah, no. That is for the peasants. That's for the we don't care about them. We're going to, the gentry, is that what it was? The noble class, the high classes. Am I wrong? I think the high class was called gentry. I could be wrong. That's what this man's doing with the gloves. The gloves are so fucking stupid. I cussed. Oh my God. The gloves are for the show, because I'm not kidding. 80% of the time, I've seen him hold that Illustrator many times without any gloves. I've seen him hold high-end cards many times without gloves, but the gloves make it seem a little extra important. The gloves make him look like Mickey Mouse or a surgeon, depending which way you're looking at it. The gloves make him look more credible as an art dealer. It's all calculated. All of this it's all in almost an inside job. And that part I can only push through obvious what I'm seeing with my own eyes. That's all. That's an opinion. What's not what I'm pretty factual on is those gloves are to help sell the dream. And 20 million. Oh, shut up. All right. Oh, I don't want to do this. I did want to do it. So many people made a video because he reslabbed it during the auction. Like, that's going to make it more credible. Oh, we're all going to believe it now. It got a new 10 slab. But Opossum Bud did a video, got 18,000 views. Many people have been doing videos with lots of numbers. You know, it's just so stupid. But there's just these. It's so stupid.
Hey, what's going on, Reslab Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good today. And something to feel like showing off. Well, bam, we got ourselves another card. Freed from the judgment of PSA. Freed from the opinions of somebody putting a numeric value attached to a card simply based on how it looks. Ugh, disgusting. We got the Wally from the set Emerald Break. Beautiful full art card done by the talented artist Emiondo. Good stuff. Them XY trainers, super underrated in my opinion. I like how they look.
All right,
I like the whole design. Very nostalgic. The XY cards, they got a lot of criticism back in the day, but they have able to stay inside. In the meantime, I got back, and hey, I learned something. I'm not the only person cracking PSA 10s around here and taking them cards at. No, a company is doing the exact same thing. None other than PSA themselves. Strap in for this one. It's going to be interesting. The PSA 10 Pikachu, everyone is aware of that card. The Mr. Logan Paul card, the record-breaking sale attached to Liquid Marketplace, $10 million card, all the good stuff that's going on with that, right? Just squeaky clean, nothing wrong with that card whatsoever. Well, Ken Golding, Mr. PSA himself, is making an announcement about the coveted PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator, the only one in the world.
These gloves were not always there. This is a brand new thing because he has eyeballs on him. This is the moment. He knows this is it. The show did pretty well, I would assume, recently. He's got this golden, the Logan Paul sale right off that. This is his moment to sell and shine. Those gloves are a new thing. Mickey Mouse, MICKEYMOUSE. Oh, Ken Golding sucks.
Didn't tell at Logan Paul we did this, side eyes. What do you think we did? A brand new 2026 PSA slab for the most coveted card in the world. What in tarnation? Isn't that card up for auction? Isn't it currently being auctioned upon in that old holder slab? Huh. We're just going to crack it open. We're going to put it in a new slab right there without the winner having consented to that whatsoever. That's not what they started the bid on. But we're just going to look at this and be like completely fine with it. PSA, they do whatever they want, baby. Without further ado, let's check out this video. The comments are off, by the way. They turned comments off on X over here, so it's going to be a good one. I assure you. Let's watch.
Oh, they turned comments off.
Oh, you got a new... Brother Ken.
Hey, Logan. How's it going? I got some news for you. I want to show you something. You look at the holder.
Oh, is that a new slab?
That is a...
It's like you think they didn't talk about this at all? Maybe no. Maybe no. Nothing, even if so, the reaction is always fake. It's always overdone. You see it with the Magic Bird card. These guys know what they're doing. G.I. Joe? G.I. Joe?
Brand new 2026 PSA slab, examined today.
Logan, what are you doing? Why are you full of pot?
All right, exactly. So I'm not the only one that sees it this way. There's many other people that see it the same way. I also found this interesting. I don't know why this came across to me. Golden grading. I guess they've been around 5 years, but notice it's with an E. So Ken, you got someone out there. I'm pretty sure that's similar to your logo. Maybe not the same. I'm sure he knows this by now. But golden grading out there for I think like $3 a card or something, or is pricing. I'm not don't grade your card with gold. I don't even, Ken, this is a problem here, right? No, you don't care. But let me tell you, let's do him a favor, and that's being nice. But I'm also doing you a favor, and if you're here, you're smart enough to know. Don't go grading with golden grade. $5, $9 express. Don't do it. Save yourself some money. All right, let's get rid of golden here. We got Charles. Charles, give me. Oh God, I have so much I want to get to. Charles, give me like 3 or 4 minutes. Let me fill it out here. Here is backyard breaks.
That's the 25. Yeah, that's the 25. He does have sticker and hobby too. He's one of the few that does. How?
Oh, sorry, we're having trouble playing this. What? All right, came out today, yet we're hitting this. Yeah, I need to get the promotional packs these dudes get. I mean, everybody.
That's the 25. He does have sticker and hobby too. He's one of the few that does. Halibird. No. Yo, stop it! Get out of here! That's what it's gonna be today?
By the way, the more I see of him, I know he had his moments earlier, but the more I'm seeing of him recently, oh, well, how full of himself is this guy? Just absolutely thinks he's the king. At least Golden's got years in experience. So this guy's grown up in the hobby the last 5 or 6 years and be very well rewarded for what he's doing. And just what an just super absolutely full. It just comes across and a salesman and selling shit product here. I hate the modern stuff. Dime a dozen.
That's 10 racks on your head. Roll. That's 10 racks on your head.
So here's another one. So in other words, Top said we're sending you juice cases for day 1, but that's not enough. We also want you to inflate the market by making crazy offers, and we'll pay it back, because they offered a $10,000 bounty for this card, which automatically creates a false price point for this card. It also creates demand, and of course they hit the own card on first day when offering a $10,000 bounty. And the point is, it keeps happening. And Jags came on and said, okay. And I mentioned him, and I think he took it is a valid point. Is they're spreading it around. It's not one. It's Filth Bomb sometimes. Here it's Backyard Breaks. It's Blez sometimes. It's Pac-Man. They're spreading it around. Why not? It's free promotion. It's free. Some people are watching. They get piped. They get excited. So they're offering 10K on this, on what? Legend? I don't know what they're offering 10K on, but they did it and they pulled it. And so it's an automatic $10,000 bounty and Backyard Breaks. Oh shit, I forgot to even do this. Hold on, there's more. Charles, you got to give me a minute. On Friday night, I was gonna go get Call of Duty, play with coworkers. And so I was the GameStop, I don't know, 3 months ago. I think right before Christmas I was there, and it's there. So I drove to GameStop on Friday from my street, and no sign, nothing inside, closed up shop. So it's one thing to hear that GameStop is going to close stores. It's one thing to read about it. And I didn't think in Vegas. I didn't think in our city, right? Okay, other places. We heard other country, they're closing up shop. I didn't. Here we go. And nothing there. Just gone. Vanished. Kapoof. I don't know, man. So anyways, that got me to drive to Target. And at Target, it's one thing to see other people making videos of all the retail at Target and Costco and Walmart and Dick's Sporting Goods. And I saw it for myself. And I drove to 3 Targets. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I need to drive to the next one. Oh man, that's crazy. I need to drive to the next one. So here's a little bit of footage of what I got. So this is Target number 1. Absolutely packed. You see a ton of Topps Chrome, mosaic. I mean, just everything's there. That wasn't the case a year ago. This would not have been here. There was nothing. There was nothing at these places. So this is eye-opening. It's a sign. It's more to it. Let's take a look at target number. This is the other. They have 2 sections of cards. And what you'll notice is these Caitlin Clark books are at all 3 targets. They're $60 each. And they're just sitting on the shelves. Tons of them. And I know I couldn't get this one to switch, but this is more there, TCG. The other thing I noticed is Loracana is dead. Loracana cannot compete. You know, there was very little Pokemon to none, and there was 0 One Piece. But there was tons of Loracana, tons of Caitlin Clark. Let's see. So here's target number 2. Look at all those Topps Chrome Blasters. Fail at the price. At the price, it's insane. And then you remember those mega boxes for $85? They're also false market. I almost bought one just so I could get in the suit when it happens. There's no X-Fractor on there. Blue X-Fractor. It says a blue X-Fractor chase in this box. Nothing. There's none. It doesn't exist. Anyways, you saw the Caitlin Clarks there. This is also target number 2. What is this with target number 2? Same. Was this the same video? It's a little different. Maybe another section. Maybe this is target number 3. It was a smaller section of sports cards, but plenty full. And this was at all 3, just stacks of them. $60. Because in the long run, we'll talk about her later. I find it interesting. Last target. So you'll see, that was my big takeaway, man. Pokemon's not there. One Piece is not there. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, but tons of Loracana. Oh, this was target number 3. Yeah, they had a big section, and they have more. Maybe not. There's more of those Caitlin Clark books, just absolutely stocked and full. And so I have some takeaways from this. It means that flippers can't flip it. The scalpers before were made, there was a time for many years now, you could go in, you buy it at retail, you sell it online, and you make your $15. That's what was going on. Or breakers, especially the lower level, hey, I'm going to go buy 4 mega boxes and 4 blaster boxes, and I'm going to do a rip with it. Well, guess what? They couldn't rip. They can't do that anymore. Or the profit margin just sucked, or that business model just doesn't work. Because who you're selling to in that case also, and it's just not the most scrupulous people doing that kind of shopping. So, my takeaways from this are, flippers can't flip it. Breakers can't sell it or move it. What else? And the general public has figured it out. They've figured out this retail product is overvalued. There's nothing in it. You're spending, if those blaster boxes of Topps Chrome basketball were $15 to $20, just being a card person, I'd have a hard time not buying one. And for $15 to $20, okay, if I get $8 to $15 out of it, that's what I'd expect. But at $40 to get $8 to $15 out of it, and to know the overprinting and how much it doesn't matter, and it just, there's so much. I have a slide. Well, let's see if I can find this real quick. And I know Charles has been so patient. Damn it, I have so much. There was something. Did I not throw it up here? I'll be annoyed if I didn't. I'll throw it up tomorrow. If not, I didn't. I have something really good someone sent me on just the breakdown of all the out of 250s, of all the 100s. And now they're making the out of 275 look like a gold out of 10. And there's a bunch of golds out of 10 or out of 50. It's gold out of 50. It's insane that people think there's actual value here, because then there's another set that comes out and another set that comes out and another set that comes out. And the next year they do the same exact thing for the same exact players. It's insane. God, Charles, I know, Charles. I'm just going to keep going for a minute. List of locations that will slow down ordering and eventually stop carrying retail. CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Costco. This happened before. Dick's Sporting Goods, Mayer, Best Buy, Meijer maybe buys, I don't know, it's not in the West Coast, Barnes & Noble, Fred Meyer, GameStop, Big Lots, Rite Aid, and more. Some of these places have no business selling sports cards. It was just hot. People have come around to not buying the retail. If you're seeing it sit at Target, it's sitting everywhere else. You're seeing it sit at Costco. I did want to shout out members. It's $5. We're going to do the bundle. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow on the live. I probably will. I have some cards that Jamie, friend and viewer of the show, sent. Auto rookies. I got Ellie Delacruz rookie. I suck at showing cards on camera. I don't know, Tim Raines auto. So anyways, we'll throw that in the bundle. It's $5. I'm also going to give away a shirt, 2 packs, And anyways, I'll do that tomorrow. And thank you to the members a bunch. We're up to 28 members. You get your name thrown down there, some emojis, blah, blah, a video a month. Oh, something just fell. Damn it. Okay. I think now's probably a good time to throw on Charles. Let's see.
Part of this hobby. Look at that.
By the way, I know he's showing theft here, but you'll also notice absolutely stocked.
It's ridiculous, guys. Come on now. This is how you know you got full degen behavior going on, dude. This is nuts, and that's not okay. So, hey, if you happen to be someone that does that, or you know someone that does,
I mean, they won't be in the hobby long. This Shea trading card costs $200,000 more than his own Mercedes truck. Wake up! Hello! This card costs $200,000 more than this not cheap Mercedes truck. Something's gonna give. Something's not good. This is stupid. When you have a card going for more than this on a guy that won one day, is he? Yeah. All right, fine. Kobe Bryant's nephew is the #1 safety in the country. I'm a big Kobe guy, so I found that interesting. His nephew ranked #1 safety in the country. I'd assume that's high school. This guy's killing it. Apparently, hockey. I'm not a big hockey person. Celebrini is the guy right now, and it says teenagers with 26 points over a 13-game span. He joins Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, and that's the end of the list. Those 3 players. I have 2 callers right now. Sports man Dan and Charles. I'll take you in about 2 minutes. We'll throw all 3 of us for. I don't know. I have guys coming on at 6, so we can't go long. And thank you for waiting. I just have so much here. This Run Good Life. This is not Run Good Life, but this is it. This is it. This is the out of 275 that they're making look like a gold. And here is the list. And it's just refractor yellow out of 275, refractor yellow basketball out of 275, refractor ray wave yellow out of 275, refractor agua out of 199. These are all $2 cards coming up. Refractor aqua basketball 199. Look at this. It's insane. And even if out of 50, there's not just one card in the set that's out of 50. You can get the refractor gold out of 50. You can get the refractor gold basketball out of 50. You can get the gold refractor gold geometric out of 50, just a breaker exclusive. You can get the refractor gold wave out of 50, the pulsar gold out of 50, and finally the wave. And then there's out of 25, and then there's out of this. They don't give it, dude. It is so obvious that they don't know what they're doing. They're not creating a long-term product. People aren't going to stay for this. They're not. You might have your big collectors collecting the big cards. No one's going to rip this. This is garbage, trash. Now, Polymarket has a stupid chain. Anthony Joshua had it. He retired. He got in that accident and now goes to Pimley. Guess who lost the fight? Pimley. So we're going to call it the curse of the Polymarket chain. He puts it on after the fight in disgrace. So stupid. You know how much he got paid for it? Probably a lot of money. All right. Sports Charles took a bounce. All right. I'm sorry, Charles. I just had so much here and I don't know. This took me, this takes me a bunch of people say, by the way, big shout out to the community because I had 4 or 5 people this week send me a ton of stuff. Like I'm not going to get to it all tonight. There's no people coming on tomorrow. So there'll be more callers if you want to call in tomorrow. I don't have at 6 o'clock we have an out because Junk Wax Hero Mike and Greg Midlife Cards are calling in. But tomorrow, no set callers. So it's easier for you guys to call in, me to take calls. And I just thank you for sending all the stuff. There's no way I get to it all, but I had 4 or 5 people. I'm not talking about sending me a couple things. They sent me a lot. So tomorrow's show should also have quite a bit of stuff. I think I'm going to throw on. Jesus. All right. Let's throw on Sportsman Dan. Dan, how we doing?
Good. How are you doing, Professor? Jason, right?
Having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
I was double checking. Am I coming through clear?
My name's Jason, yeah.
Okay, yeah, double check it. I know last time I had a little trouble with my audio, but this time it sounds like at least I'm coming through clear.
What do you got?
Oh, I was just going to say, the only NBA legend I didn't hear you mention that I might have an auto of that I didn't see there was Drazen Petrovic.
Oh, that's a good one. That's very rare. So I would just, is it
faded. You probably can't even see it.
Yeah, it's not graded.
No, not yet. I'm setting out for authentic. It's funny.
Hold on. I would never. How anybody could assign that?
That's true. I should have a better photo that I could just present and upload, but maybe another time. The story behind that one is I don't know if you're familiar with the PIT, but it's a tournament here in Hampton Roads, Virginia, where the best seniors in college basketball play for like 3 or 4 days. Guys like Jimmy Butler have played there. Jeremy Lin.
Just know I want to get back to this card. I'm very skeptical.
I know. So anyway, the guy I got the card from is one of the guys involved in the PIT. I won't drop any names. I wouldn't buy that card from just anybody. I see him all the time. I know him. He's legit in the basketball community. He does a lot, through the mail autos. And he told me that's how he got that. Now, if it comes back not authenticated, that'll be a different story, right?
You gotta keep us updated on that.
I will. But no, it's getting my heart beat. Like, it's one of those ones I know I'm going to mail it out.
If it comes back, he can't have many autos. He died young, and he was a legend. Yeah, that'll be a hard one for me to find for sure. Is it on a rookie card?
It is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
On that, the NBA hoops, and it's one of those guys. I was born in '95, so a little bit before my time. I feel like maybe when I was really young, I slightly remember him on the Nets, but not really. I watched that Once Brothers documentary, of course, and then like that really changed. In college, I used to rock.
Great.
I rocked the Drazen Petrovic jersey in college.
So good. Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, and like it, I've encouraged so many people to watch it, but yeah, like my girlfriend and I were tearing up the other night watching it because when I got that card, I was like, you have to watch this documentary. Like, this is the biggest,
well, I hope
card
for
I've
your
ever
sake
bought.
It's real. I'm glad you have a personal relationship with the person you bought it from.
Yeah,
because don't be doing that very often.
No, I don't encourage anyone else to do that. Actually, this is like a very unique. And again, it hasn't been authenticated yet. So I'm definitely not in the clear. However, I felt very confident. It wasn't an impulse purchase. Like, I came back to him after, a couple weeks and we talked. But yeah, no, I'm excited.
Dan, I have a few more. I only, 10 minutes. I have Mike and Greg calling. I have a few more things I want to get to. Is there anything else tonight you want to throw out before we move on?
No. The main thing was, I know last time I came on here, my
audio, lighting, both looks great.
Thank you. And then, I'm doing my own channel, Sportsman Dan. But no, nothing else. Excited to call back in.
What state and what do you collect? Just real quick.
Yeah. I'm in Virginia and I collect Mets and Orioles, to keep it short and sweet.
Hey, I look forward to asking you more about that another time. Hey, Dan, thank you for calling in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good night. Hey, really cool that you called in, waited. I know I didn't give you a bunch of time tonight. Tomorrow and then weeks moving forward, I don't have guests planned. So those shows I don't feel as because I know at 6 o'clock I have I have a thing I want to do with them. And so if I don't have someone coming, I know I want to get to some of the stuff I plan. So anyways, tomorrow will be more. Feel free again to call in or others. And Charles, thank you for waiting. And sorry I didn't throw you up there. But tomorrow will be an easier show to take calls. And then next week, I have nobody really planned. This is ridiculous. She's running, by the way, running for the camera.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Stephanie. Great to see you.
Oh my God, what is all this?
They just saw each other 10 seconds ago. Okay, I'm gonna go out now and let's do this. She's already seen this case. Come on.
This looks crazy.
Favorite part of the week. This is our Saturday free round.
What's happening with this? My internet cousin was doing this to me yesterday.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Stephanie. Great to see you.
Oh my God, what is all this? This looks crazy.
It's a giveaway.
This is our Saturday free raffle show.
It is cool. He does that. I mean, of course, it's going to be her running up. And I liked Rob Veras. I'm starting to lose a little bit of the like. He took a while. He doesn't pump as some of the others. He's smarter. He doesn't, I like Rob Veras. I'm starting to lose that. He seems to be taking the route of Mama Breaks and the others. And I respect him more, because I do think he runs a good business. And I don't think he took the route of some of these other people that are showing up on YouTube. But I'm starting to see some more of this kind of stuff.
Case. We do this every Saturday where we give away anywhere from 50 to 80.
Yay! This was a huge story. So I have 6 minutes. And this was a big story over the week. All right. For anyone like myself who was in Ryan's Discord, thought I'd share, it's under new ownership. Hobby Hero in trouble. Ryan's Cards, the controversial owner of a $20 a month sports card Discord. Huge red flag right there. Dave Snyder ain't paying that 20. Michael Hamm ain't paying for that 20. Penny sleeve, hardcore, anybody in here is probably not paying $20 for some dude to tell you what cards to buy on Discord. And I don't know what goes on their Discord. Maybe it's a buy sell. Anyways, $20. From at Paul Lesko, over the past 3 years, Ryan's cards generated approximately $13 million in gross revenue. Damn. But according to bankruptcy filings, current assets are estimated under 50 grand. And there's been people sending me stuff saying they've been predicting this, and we're going to see more of this to come. They've been predicting it for a while, not specific in this case, but you're going to see many more. I don't know how old Ryan Cards is. The people that tell me this generally say youth. Doesn't always have to be. They got wrapped up into it and are going to have to file bankruptcy. So 13 million, less than 50K left. He didn't hide it. Hopefully he at least blew it on women, drugs, and or gambling, and probably some sports cards. Let's just hope the profit margin on cards isn't that slim. And here's a little more. The Ryan situation is obviously really sad for many reasons, but long story short, he took some really bad, almost predatory loans. This is not a unique story. This just happens to be a guy who runs a Discord that did $13 million in the past few years. This is going to be a way more common story, and we probably won't hear about most of it. Who the hell wants to say, and it's embarrassing as hell. Oh, yeah, I maxed out my credit cards. I got even more debt. I'm 100,000 down. I have to go in bankruptcy. Who's going to, you want to admit that to people? No, and not on social media. Over the past couple of years, and got in a way over his head, which I just learned about towards the end of 2025, when Steven from Filthbomb took over his Discord, and there's another red flag, and just kept borrowing and borrowing. Apparently, he has made some other poor decisions as well to try to cover that up. I won't defend any of that and knew nothing of it until recently. He owes me nearly 40K as well, so I'm in the same boat as a lot of you. With all that being said, I still consider him a friend, and I'm going to try to hopefully get him in on the right path. It'll be really easy to bury him or distance myself or whatever, but just not how I am. Obviously, a really weird situation from my perspective, so I don't know who this person is, but don't borrow money you can't afford to pay. So that was a big story over the past few days. This guy, Ryan's Discord, or was it Ryan's Cards? That's his Discord, over $13 million. Down to 50 grand in assets. And apparently he owns MKG or whoever this is $40,000. And I'm sure that's not the only person he owes. Ouch. Quickly, CIA Auctions, thank you for sponsoring. If you want to consign, you can email me at professorsportscards@gmail.com. I'll get you in touch with Jeremy. You can sign here. And I don't think they have a current auction ready up yet. Let's see. Bid now. No. So, all right. I think we're at the time where I need to, let me throw on Junk Wax Hero Mike. Charles, sorry we didn't get to you. I hope you call back tomorrow. Dan, I know it was short. Thank you for calling in. Mike, always a pleasure. How you doing?
Hey, good. Just waiting for my Drazen Petrovic auto to come that I bought through Ryan's Cards Discord. Ooh, coming soon, I'm sure.
I mean, he had a personal relationship with the guy, but I still not feeling comfortable about it.
Yeah, it's when did Petrovic die?
90. I'm gonna throw out a 93, 94.
Right, I was gonna say 94, and that's a tough one to believe. I hope it's real. I hope it's real.
By the way, super random. I don't know why I'm doing this with you, but I meant to say it earlier. I changed the settings on my camera, so I don't know how the colors are looking. I'm trying to get the most out of the camera, but I think it's a little too bright. Anyways, Junk Waxer, how you doing?
You look fantastic.
Hey now, thank you, sir. I planned something for us and Greg to go over and talk about players we're ignoring, but I have to share that screen real quick. Anything you've seen? What's the most interesting thing or thing that's caught your attention the past week?
Unfortunately, probably the Ryan's Cards Discord bullshit. Just Mr. Miller. It's honestly, it's tragic. I'm embarrassed for the guy, but it's a gambling problem is what I've heard. And he lost $13 million. He had this Discord that was making him millions of dollars every year and gambled it all away.
Damn. Yeah, it's not going to be, we hear that story because he's he's the runner of the, he runs the Discord. It's so much money, but so many of these stories we're not going to hear, but I think there's going to be many more. How you doing, Greg?
Dude, did you just say that Discord's making millions of dollars per year? What in the heck are we doing, Professor, teaching kids? We should be running Discords.
I know.
So
I mean, wow.
$20 per person per month, and there were tens of thousands of.
Do you assume that's because people are buying and selling? That can't be like for his advice. People aren't.
No.
I don't know exactly what it was.
I tried looking into this. All I could figure out was that he had some sort of a almost like an eBay authenticity guarantee. He was checking and making sure that people had money in their accounts and that it was a safe purchase and a safe sale. And so people felt much safer buying and selling in there. Oh, this is a close-up nobody needs.
How about this one?
There we go.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
The 9.
All right,
he
was just covering his
close
face.
up.
I'm not trying to be like that. Just it's covering Greg's face.
Oh, I don't care. It's better off that way.
It's better. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Greg, 4 more months, man. 4 months.
Is it that many? It can't really be that much longer, is it? I mean,
I'm like, that's good. I'm good. Okay. You're like,
well, we got some holidays coming up and some stuff. Yeah, I'm going down to the West Coast Card Show down in LA. You going to come over? It's not that far from you.
When is that?
That is it's Valentine's Day weekend.
I think I have that Monday off. I think it's President's Day.
I do too.
Let me think about it. I could chew on it because maybe I'll meet my brother there or something. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Will you be there? What days will you be there?
I will be there midday Friday and then all day Saturday. And if you were to happen to go Friday night, I heard that there's a get together that Mr. Petty in the chat might be involved.
Hey now.
In.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Oh, don't remind me, Petty. Fuck. Okay. Hey, let me process that and then I'll get back to you shortly. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. This is I kind of am throwing you guys on the spot, but I kind of have something I want to do, and I think it'd be fun to do with both of you. So I just want to start by highlighting 2 players and just their prices. So Wemby's a sure thing, and Wemby's amazing, and he's so fun to watch. But people spending, $36,000, $29,000, these aren't even the most expensive ones. And the other player I just want to highlight is Lamar Jackson. I mean, this gold 10 sold for $56,000 in June of 2025. And what happens when Lamar Jackson doesn't win a Super Bowl? Or doesn't even go to a Super Bowl? So I want to spend some players I feel like we're ignoring, and we'll start. I know Greg said he leans more vintage. That's kind of where I was going. So we'll start with players I think that, dude, what is happening? Why are the modern stuff going for this price when this card is clearly more rare, clearly more special, and it's a 10th of value? And then the second half, I just have some modern fails, Wander Francos of the world. So the first player, Greg, I want to look at, and Mike, is Hank Aaron. So in a 4, this is Rick card. You get it for about $5,000. And right now that Upper Deck Griffey card in 89, I'm going to compare a lot to that, is going for about that same price. And that's just ludicrous to me. I know one's a 10 and one's a 4, but there's no other Hank Aaron rookie card. And this card is this is history. I don't know. Tell me what you think.
Well, I mean, I don't have a Hank Aaron rookie card. I recently heard it said that your card collection isn't complete until you have a Hank Aaron rookie card. I mean, Ken Griffey Jr. is a little bit different because that particular card, the 89 Upper Deck, we can't compare everything to that because that is a transformational card in the hobby.
Well, I won't. Here's a $300,000 Nick Kurtz.
I think that sold for $500,000.
So I often talk about the Griffey on the channel, and so it's my, because Griffey has other rookie cards. He has the Tiffany cards. That card is the most graded card of all time. So that card just mind boggles me. But I mean, we could also compare it to something like this, where this Hank Aaron selling for $5,000, and someone, he's never going to have Hank Aaron's career ever.
No, he's not. And again, it goes back to 99.9% of modern cards will go down in value to virtually nothing. Whereas that is like buying a gold bar. I mean, you know what you're getting. You are getting a stable commodity. He's not going to get hurt. There's not going to be a story that comes out like a Wander Franco story. It is a completely different place to put your money than that Kurtz card. I can't imagine that Kurtz card will be worth more in 5 years than it sold for right now.
I mean, unless he's Aaron Judge, there's no chance.
He's not Aaron Judge.
He's not.
I can only hope as an A's fan, but he's not. Yeah.
I do want to say something, Mike. I've come to the conclusion today that I'm officially rooting for your Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I am
Not
rooting
me.
for you. I am
Why?
rooting. I hate the Seahawks
Yeah.
so much that
Yeah.
I'm on your side, buddy.
All right. I love it. Thank you. We'll
You got to be a Niner fan then.
Oh, Niners. Those
Okay.
are my boys.
Well, as a
Good luck,
Raider
Tom.
fan, I don't want to see the Patriots win.
I get that.
Ah, so you're a Patriot fan, you lucky son of a gun. So you've had some good times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike, you don't have a Hank Aaron yet, do you?
I don't. And you said your collection isn't done. I've never heard of a collection that is done.
Sure.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, I guess when he says that, it's to highlight this is one of the most
Yeah.
important cards out there. This is a
It
staple
is.
card.
It's very high on my list, but at what, $3,000 for a decent 1 or 1.5?
Yeah.
That's out of my price range.
A lot better than that $300,000 though for the Kurtz.
That went for over 500,000.
Oh, that's current bid. So it went for $500,000.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I mean, you could buy a house for that.
A nice house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. The next player, okay, Olajuwon's PSA 10. Again, I'm always going to go back to the Griffey. I just am. There's 354 in a 10. Olajuwon won 2 titles. He's up there in one of the best centers of all time. He clearly was one of the best centers of that time. If like people argue is it Shaq or Olajuwon, and that's just mind-boggling that there's 4,000 of the Griffey. I know maybe you guys are going to hate that I keep going back to the Griffey, but it's something we look at every week. And there's 354 of these. In a 10, it sells for $4,000. In a 9, there's 2,800 sells for $450. I mean, that's $450 for that 9. It's Hakeem Olajuwon.
Why isn't Hakeem Olajuwon? And I love it that it's before the name change with the H. Why is it that isn't in more demand? Because it's a demand issue, like you just showed. It's not a supply issue. It's a demand issue. So why isn't there?
I want to let
demand
Mike
for
go,
him?
and I have my theory.
It's several reasons. One is that he's a center. That's a big reason for demand in basketball cards, or lack of demand. He's one of them. He and Shaq are 2 of the greatest centers of all time. And so there's some demand for their cards, but also 384 PSA 10s is still a lot of them.
No, there's over 4,000. The grit 354 is not
right.
that many.
Yeah, I was looking.
354 is pretty low.
Yeah, that's a lot. So I think that, when you're talking about really exciting players, even if Ja Morant were more successful, his cards would be worth so much.
I'm going to
money
destroy
because
you right now. I'm sorry.
because
Maybe
he's
I'm a basketball guy.
I love basketball.
Well, then I'm going to ask this then. We're going to look at other greats, and they're all you're making a good case for Olajuwon. We're going to look at Dr. J. I wrote down Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Magic and Bird. Sure, in a PSA 10, the 9 and 8 are nothing like modern cards. All these greats, my theory is it's easy for the industry to pump one player. You can't pump Olajuwon and Rodman and Ricky Henderson and Barry Bonds, but you can pump Jordan and you can pump Griffey. And so to me, that's the only reason we see the difference, is because you can't spread it on all these guys. There's Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, I mentioned on the show. He's ranked as the #1 defender all time. Dr. J revolutionized basketball. Hakeem Olajuwon is right up there on that list, but they get no love from the industry because they got to funnel it all to one player. It seems that is my theory, because it doesn't make sense, the discrepancy on everyone else but Jordan. And you mentioned some of the modern players, but that's all going to fade. And if Olajuwon goes for this price, good luck with any modern good player. In 40 years from now, no one's going to care again.
Yep. Yeah. So you're talking about Rodman and Pippen and those guys. They're great. They're Hall of Famers, but they're, other than Rodman off the court, they're pretty boring. They're not going to move the needle in terms of excitement in the
Rodman was great. Rodman was so kicking cameramen, getting in fights.
But there aren't a lot of Rodman fans.
He won 6 titles. I mean, I don't know. He won with 2 teams, right?
He won 2 with the Spurs.
3 with that. How could you? I mean, people worship those Chicago teams, so there's got to be some Rodman fans.
Sure, but there aren't enough to drive a massive market.
Con Knippel, what'd this sell for? 60 grand.
Love Con.
So, I mean, it just if that Akeem Olajuwon is 4 and a 10 and there's 360, there's many more 1 of 1s or out of 50 a Con Knippel, and it's 60 grand. I mean, it's
Greg's never heard of him.
No, I have heard of him actually, and I've not heard of a lot of the guys that you probably will mention, but I have heard of him. It's a name that's easy to remember.
It is.
I think
Fun name.
I think the cool factor is part of it for Olajuwon. I mean, Olajuwon's fadeaway is one of the most unguardable shots. It's like that and Jabbar Skyhook.
His footwork.
I mean, it's just
noble, just a good person,
but he's not that cool. And he played in Houston. And he's a center.
I don't think that has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with we could say the same thing for Isaiah Thomas. You could point to any of these guys that we're going to look at. Kareem. It's in 50 years, the NBA heads don't care. All these kids buying this are going to stay buying. You know, in 50 years, those kids are going to stay worrying about who's now, and they're not going to give a shit about the guys 50 years ago.
All right.
Where in baseball, it works a little bit different with their community.
Let me counter Stan Musial versus Mickey Mantle. If you look at the stats,
but baseball, it does work different.
Okay.
It does. I mean, it just those players, you can't, Jackie Robinson, it's hard to find a card under 10 grand. Ted Williams, the way that, I mean, I have more players to look at. Here's a Kareem PSA 7 for 4 grand. He has 1 rookie card. He doesn't have more rookie cards. He has 1. And there's like none in a 10. And there's almost none. And this is, I mean, I don't want to, he won 6 NBA titles. He's a 6-time MVP. He played with Magic and Showtime. In an 8, it's 28 grand. It was 173. I'm glad you guys kind of have an opposite take. In a 9, there's 18, and in a 10, it sold for a ton of money, and there's 2, and hasn't sold since 2017. But this card is so much better than any Con Knippel or any Wemby. Wemby hasn't won shit yet. I mean, he's not won nothing, and he's very high injury risk. And the chance he has Kareem's career is slim to none.
The Kareem rookie is unlicensed.
And it's oversized.
Who cares?
Now don't
they hadn't printed a set since 1961. So it's been 8 years. This is the first set. It's still tops also. So you can say it's unlicensed, but it's still tops. It's still the first set in 8 years. And I mean, he doesn't have that's his rookie card. I mean, it's pretty well established that's his rookie. But you guys are going to have a fight for this. The modern stuff's going to get the modern stuff has no chance.
I have a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. That card right there, and it's one of my favorite cards.
Oh, me too. Me too. In a 4, you could get it dirt cheap. What's a 4 going for? $875. You can go get a $500,000 Kurtz. It's insane.
I have an SGC1, and I love it.
It's a great card. It's one of the all-time basketball cards. And there's no way that a Con Knippel should be selling for 25x or whatever this card goes for. I mean, you switch, it's this one $875. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And that Con Knippel card will be worth what in 10 years?
Can we get Mike Petty to come up with a nickname for Con Knippel?
What a name. Yeah, or Boozle. I don't think Boozle's here tonight, but yeah. What was there? Zach. There's a guy named Zach in the chat. I don't know if I saw him either. Very funny. He's more recent the past month. Really funny. Who else do we have here? Jimmy Brown. I mean, Jim Brown is regarded as maybe the best NFL player of all time. I always looked at this card as the best football card of all time. I don't think it's close. It's iconic. He's the best. And the 7, it's the same price as the Griffin. There's 509. You end up. The people today don't give a shit about the old players. He's the best football player of all time, arguably.
Petty,
yeah, I mean, I agree. I have this card. Mine's a 3. It's impossible to find centered. It's impossible to find it without snow. It is on the Mount Rushmore of football cards. And I'm with you on this one. But at the same time, all the guys that you're mentioning so far have something. There were some, things that came out about Jim Brown and some stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Jim Brown collector. I have several.
But there's
of his
things
cards.
that came out about Ty. Is it Ty Cobb? Am I thinking?
Kobe.
Kobe. But go all the way back to Honus Wagner and Ty Cobb. One is a gentleman, and the other is a might have murdered somebody, and his cards still sell just fine. Kobe's a good example too.
These guys can't win any more titles, and
Topps can't sell them. The industry can't sell them.
It's a completely different market for Knippel versus
the thing is Mike and I agree with you.
I don't
know this.
I know,
we
but
agree
it's
with
not
you.
Eventual. My point, I guess, is first of all, these cards are undervalued if Modern is going to even sniff that price, so we're ignoring them basically. And number two, the outcome of what these cards was going to happen to the cards today that people are spending all this money on. Maybe 1%, I mean less. They're just going to lose tons of, because I'm just pointing out legends here, absolute legends. And I could it seems like I could put anybody up there and you guys are going to have something. There's really nothing on Kareem. Kareem is maybe the best basketball player of all time. He played with Magic. He played with Oscar Robertson. He had a 20-year career. He led the league in scoring until LeBron beat him over. He wasn't very likable, but I never watched. I didn't even get to see Kareem play. I was born in '85, so I don't care. He wasn't likable. It doesn't matter to me. And I just think people are going to lose a lot of money on some of this stuff,
without question. Every card you've shown so far will be. I mean, I remember watching during COVID. I remember watching some of these breakers, like backyard breaks and stuff, and they're screaming over Trey Lance and Mac Jones and, all these guys.
Zion.
Are they? Some of these guys are barely even in. Now, Mac Jones had a decent year this year, but some of these guys are struggling. And his first year,
he came in the league and teased people, and people got excited and spent.
Yeah,
but I love your Zion argument example, because he was actually really good. I mean, and then it didn't work out.
He's still very good. He's just not
likes that food.
Generational, and he's
women.
very, very injury prone. He's played in like 47% of Pelicans games since he came into the league.
So why are people doing it? That's the question I have for you.
Well, look at the sale. Look at Ken Golden and Jeff Wilson. I know you guys don't want, but look at all the social media posts from people like Town and King of the Cards, or just my brother got sucked in. He watched King of Collectibles. He's okay. I look at his passion. I want to get it. Look at these people, and it's just so. I think they're uninformed, uneducated, and they're being sold. I have a question for you, because this is what gets me. There's also the people buying some of this $60,000 Knippel isn't you or me financially. Like, whoever is spending that kind of money has some money, or they're in the industry to make it look weird. I just can't. People with that kind of money spending that on that's fishy. That's funny. That's weird.
It is.
It's gambling. It's straight up gambling, saying, I'm going to spend $60,000 on this Knippel and hope it's worth $2 million in 5 years. It's crazy. It's stupid. It's ridiculous.
It's cryptocurrency.
All right, what are we going to talk shit? The all-time assists leader, all-time steals leader. That's in the stat book. It's the record. A PSA 10. There are 1,000, but it goes for $500. I mean, it's just insane to me.
It's boring.
I agree, but again, he's boring. He played in Salt Lake City.
That's just going to be what we say about all these guys today. That's going to be the justification. They're boring.
Yep.
He's recently come out politically, and
that has nothing to do with that price.
No, it wasn't valid.
I have that card, right? I have a lot of these cards you're showing. I have that one down there.
This is what I mentioned. It's different with baseball and basketball. In baseball, if someone was the all-time assist leader and the all-time steals leader, they would get a lot of. It's just how baseball works. The community, or those kind of collectors, they value that a ton, where here nobody gives a shit. They just don't care that Kareem was as good as he was. And it works the same in football.
There's a much bigger market in baseball for vintage, and the bigger basketball market is more in China.
Do you think that could
more
change?
Ultra modern?
Do you think some of this basketball stuff that's vintage and pretty rare, I wouldn't even call this rare, but do you think that could change, or is it just going to stay? Well, it hasn't changed yet, so I don't know why it would.
I think there's been a steady increase. If you look at the chart for this PSA 10, or like a Rodman PSA 10, see, it's up.
I mean, it's steady.
I can't see what the timeline is that you had there.
That's 2 years. That's the last 2 years.
But what about the last 5 years?
Well, you can't because that's the sad thing about COVID. They only have all time. And so, the last 5 years, it's still 2022, $500, but you can't trust any price in there.
All right. Yeah.
But isn't that the whole point is the thing that is volatile? The Kurtz card could go nuts if he hits, 5 home runs in 2 games, if his team goes on a playoff run, if he wins an MVP, like the people who are gambling on something where the needle is going to move. Nothing's going to happen with John Stockton or Hank
I know,
Aaron,
but then why can't you make the argument? Because then I'm not saying you do this, but other people will make this. I'm going to throw it in their face. Well, you can't. Mickey Mantle breaks that, and Michael Jordan breaks that thought. And there's Hank Aaron and Jackie Robinson. They also can't move the needle, but their price is really high. And you guys have made an argument for everyone I put up. Stockton, Rodman, which I disagree with you on Rodman wholeheartedly. Pippen, I haven't put up Pippen, but these guys are Magic and Bird, who I think is next. No, Dr. J. I mean, they're among. Jordan just gets put on this pedestal. These guys all time, they're up there. If they're not Mickey Mantle, they're Hank Aaron, or they're, I don't want to say Babe Ruth, but they're a huge name out there.
Rodman played for at least 3 different teams that I can think of off the top of my head and didn't really have a fan base.
Jordan, I loved Rodman.
Yes, I loved him too, but I wasn't out looking for his cards. I didn't have a poster up of Rodman on my wall.
I guess my point is nobody's looking for their cards now.
Right.
I understand, but nobody now really, this doctor, people got sold the Griffey. Everyone's being sold this Griffey at 4,500, where the Dr. J in an 8 is selling for 23, and it's from 1972. It's far older. There's far less of these in good condition. And so I guess you guys, I'm coming from a different angle of, I just don't understand why some of these cards, even the Griffey's one, the Jordans, they seem to be the big 2. There's other great legendary players up there that are just, they're being overlooked or not thought about.
I don't know what to say. I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. I'm trying to put myself in the perspective of the people who are doing this and trying to understand why they're doing it.
Well, I think it's all fake. That's me, but
you think it's fake money?
I think it's all industry stuff. I think there's a lot of people shill bidding. I think there's a lot of people in on breaks that are buying half the spots. I think there's a lot of manipulation going on that doesn't. I don't think it's logical. It doesn't make sense why Dr. J is his certain price, but the ones the industries are really focusing on are their certain price. It's just Ricky Henderson wasn't boring. Chipper Jones and the Braves, that team was beloved across the country because everyone saw those teams play because they were on national, that channel was broadcast nationally. So to me, it defies logic. And to me, yeah, it's manipulation. That's for me.
But when people go to the roulette table, they don't pick a color, they pick a number. And the reason they pick a number is they throw a dart and they hope they hit it big. And the modern cards, something could happen in the short term that could make that card jump substantially.
No, you're right.
And they could hit it big. Nothing's going to happen with the Dr. J card or the Hakeem Olajuwon card that are going to move the needle substantially. And
they get
people
sucked in.
They want a get rich quick scheme. That's what people want. And they're just buying lottery tickets. But instead of buying a lottery ticket, which they're probably doing that too, they're out there buying cards of guys who could go on a run.
Okay, so I want to let Mike go, but I kind of looked at, let me go more ultramodern because I was looking at it from the Griffey Jordan Industries standpoint. I'm going to make the same argument for the ultramodern. It's the industry. It's the breakers. It's every post you see. It's Ken Golden. It's Jeff. It's Card Collector 2. It's Pac-Man. These people are being sold the hype, the in, I got to do it. And then eventually a lot of people move. Collector Charles moves out of that and moves to something else if they stay in cards. But I do buy that. I'll make the same argument. I think it's this show they're pushing in people's faces. And I don't, sometimes a $500,000 Mickey Mouse card. Sometimes I feel like it's a plant sale. Sometimes I'm this is too weird. This is a lot. People with millions of dollars just don't throw it around like that.
So Key Dog in the comments had a good comment where he said it's day trading versus long-term investing. They're trying to hit it big now instead of in 30 years.
Okay, well, I love that you paid attention to chat and can follow. What, most people in the stock market would tell you, don't day trade, you're going to lose.
Right. That's the same. Yes, that's the point.
Okay, let's move next. This is my favorite card of all time. It's the Magic Bird. This is in an 8, and it's $3,400. And I mean, at that price, if you're considering the Griffey 10 or this card, Magic doesn't have another rookie card. Bird, it's both their cards. They happen to win 8 titles, happen to have a huge rivalry. Dr. J's in the middle. What are your feelings on this card?
Go ahead, Mike.
It's a top 5 basketball card of all time. It's when I got back into the hobby 5 years ago, I said, I have to get one of these. And it took me a few years, but I did get one. You have the two guys who resurrected the league in the early to mid 80s, flanking one of the greatest scorers of all time, one of the greatest dunkers of all time.
And growing up, it was for me, because I was my family's huge Lakers, so I read a lot about it. And it's like, dude, the Bird, and now there's been documentaries, but Magic and Bird just had a rivalry before they even came into the NBA. I mean, there's so much. Magic won a title as a rookie with Kareem out, and he scores all these points. If that happened today, do you know how much that card would be crazy? A rookie coming into the league, the best player in the league's out, and they still win the title. And I don't know, man. And then there's Bird. So I agree with this is probably my favorite card all time. And Greg, I'm not sure. Are you a basketball guy?
Well, I mean, I own that card in a 7.
Oh, I had okay.
Yeah, I don't watch a ton of basketball now because I live in Sacramento and it's not a lot of fun to watch.
Malik Monk is a blast to watch. By the way,
I mean, and that's the bonus.
When he's playing,
De'Aaron Fox combo was fun.
Oh, losing Fox was just the heart ripped out of the chest. But this card, it checks every box. Another thing, though, I want to point out, or I want to at least bring into the conversation, is you just said this card is an 8, it's $3,500. And I have a 7 that I think looks like a 9.
That jumps down to like $1,000.
Yeah, it's like $1,200 or $1,300 for a 7. So part of my thing is why is that 8 worth $3,500 and my 7 is worth $1,300 because somebody and I guarantee you, I mean, if you saw my 7, you'd go, why is this not a 9? Like it's a pack fresh card. It's well centered. It doesn't have a ton of the print marks that they all have, but that to me, if we want to start talking into what are we doing, the thing that I don't understand, I literally looked for the gap. I said, okay, where is the biggest gap between grades? Between an 8 to a 7, it goes down like $2,000, but from a 7 to a 6, it goes down like $200. So what I did is I went out and I bought the card at the top of where the gap was, right before the gap, and I bought an undergraded one. So I bought a really nice 7, which is better than most 8s. And I got it for way cheaper because that was so a lot of the times when I'm buying a big card, I'll look and I'll say, okay, where is the jump? And then below that, there are smaller jumps. So I'll buy the card that's at the top of the heap below the big jump. And I'll try to find an undergraded one of that number. And I use the inconsistencies at PSA to my advantage. And I go, I got a 7. It looks like an 8.5. And I paid just a little bit more than I would for a 6.
Quick 2 things. One, for the love of the hobby, please look up Bill Russell. So I'll give you a quick, I don't have Bill Russell on here because I don't think he's overlooked. But the thing with Bill Russell, he has 3 total cards. He has the card from 57 and then 2 and 61.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, that's absolutely it. So yes, Bill Russell is huge. This was a card I always felt was way undervalued. So in 2018, I went in the card shop and there was a 7 Beckett vintage. I think I spent $300, and then I went 6 months later. They had a 7.5 Beckett vintage for about $300, $400, maybe $400. And so I bought both. And then I sold some of my vintage stuff to pay off debt and not be in debt. So, but I love this card. I still think it's a great buy. I don't normally say that, but yes, Bill Russell. Oh, wrong. Sorry. Let's see. So I'm glad you guys both agree with me there. All right. So now let's go the opposite side. It's like people forget. Do you know how much money was it? This Wander Franco went from $6,000 to $50.
This could happen to any athlete that's playing right now. Not what happened to what he did.
Yeah.
But their cards could go to nothing, and most of them do.
Overnight it happened. I mean, normally it won't be this story, but some guy could have a career-ending injury. You don't know. It's insane. Wouldn't you say like the hype around him was as big as anybody? It was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being a fan of a team in the AL East, I wasn't sad to see him get released.
Okay, this Kyler Murray is one I've pointed to before. In 2021, it sold for 45 grand. It says private sale here. I'll try to make it bigger so you can see. 45 grand in 2021 private sale. In 2022, $21,000. By 2024, someone bought it for $4,600. And finally, currently, it's $1,400.
Yeah,
I mean, just insane.
Mac Jones, a little kid, like a 10-year-old kid, pulled a Mac Jones, I think Black Finite, 1/1 rookie card, and sold it for $100,000. And that card's worth like $1,000 now. I'm exaggerating, but same thing. You've got a guy who showed a tiny little bit of promise early in his career, and people said, this guy's going to win 11 Super Bowls, and went out and spent 6 figures on stupid cards.
The thing about him, though, is he's not an awful player.
Nope.
I mean, he's got some talent, and I think that he could lead some teams to success still if he finds the right situation, which is interesting that his cards have fallen off so much, because there are some players that were drafted and they're just terrible. And he's not terrible.
He's probably a career backup. Jason Stidham, he's a good backup. We're talking about Mac Jones still here? Or did I miss the boat?
No, I was talking about Kyler. I think Mac.
I'll go back to Kyler.
I mean, Mac has had success twice. He had it this year, first half of the year with the Niners. He had it the first year with the Patriots. And I mean, Mike's seen him play more than I have. He looked pretty decent this year, but that could be partly because he played for Shanahan's offense, who surrounds the quarterback with weapons and, underneath stuff. Yeah.
Matt kind of had a lot of opportunity in New England to be the guy. It was pretty clear. I mean, unless he aged like Sam Darnold, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's fair.
Yeah, it's completely normal for a guy to be 23 and not be successful in the NFL. But card collectors don't have that patience. They don't want to wait until you're 27. They're going to spend $25,000 on a card. And if you're not good immediately, they don't want you anymore.
But $25,000 on a card for a guy who isn't proven is the most
crazy.
Yes, I mean, a Joe Montana PSA 10 rookie card isn't even 20. Well, that might be 25,000 now. But the fact that, Kyler Murray coming out of college hasn't taken a snap yet, that card sold for that much before he took a snap. It's not even a roulette table where there's 38 spots. It's like spinning the wheel where there's like this one little tiny sliver with 100,000 spots. It's playing the penny slots and hoping you hit the spinning jackpot at the top. It's insane.
It is. And
it's dumb.
Yes, it is. And in 2022, it sold for 34 grand on the way down. Another one for 21 grand. Then a huge jump down to 4. And as you see, it's 855. So this just people lost significant money on this card. As it's going to happen to many others.
Let's go in halves. Let's do it.
We'll wait till it hits $200. I'll go half with you.
Okay.
Mac Jones was your take. Trey Lance didn't have anything crazy, at least on card ladder. They're missing some of the Mac Jones stuff. But you mentioned Trey Lance also. There was a lot of hype, and he quickly just didn't pan out.
Yeah, he played at like North Dakota State or something. He never even played against anybody any good.
Here's one I find weird. She didn't play really. She hasn't been in the zeitgeist. The WNBA is looking like they might go on strike. And her cards over the past 6 months, it's not like this card went up from 1,400 to 2,500. And I saw the Caitlin Clark books just sitting at Target, but most of these I clicked, they're on the way last 2 years. I mean, how about the last year? It's not working. Give me a refresh, but it just does. I feel like people are going to lose a lot of money on Caitlin Clark. That just,
Yeah.
I don't understand why her cards are peaking right now.
I sold my 2021 SI for Kids autograph Caitlin Clark at the peak, and I'm so happy I did. But she had a bad second year where not only did she not play like half the season, but when she was playing, she was performing pretty poorly overall. But now she's in a bunch of ads, and so she's back in people's minds. You can see her in the Progressive State Farm ads all the time, and so people are seeing her a lot more. And I think that helps. Helps keep Shaq cards.
It's just
more
weird
valuable.
that she
He's on
didn't
TV all
play.
the time.
Normally, I would expect this if she had a good year and people are excited for her next year. Normally, at this case, when a guy or girl, I guess, gets hurt like this and forgotten about, and you're saying, okay, she's in the know in commercials, but normally that's when it's a good buying opportunity. Normally, that's when you would buy something like Wemby last year. But here, I mean, it's $1,500 in September, and here we are, $2,500. I guess it went down to $19. I noticed this with many of her cards. I was surprised because when I went to Target, it was Caitlin Clark books everywhere, and I hadn't heard her name in a while. I hate commercials. I don't watch commercials, so I despise them. Anyways,
there's also something else that's been going on the last 3 months with Caitlin Clark, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being dead serious. You know, Professor, your buddy Jeff, he's been pumping her hard the last 3 months.
This is something I can buy.
And believe it or not, that actually moves the needle. When he gets 60, 70,000 people watching him and he's talking about that. And I could get a little unhinged right now, but I listened to a video today of somebody talking about a player they were investing in and went heavy in, and just purchased like 25 of their cards and then reported to all of us how they were going heavy on the player. There is something to that. I mean, I literally remember back in the day, you would watch like Mad Money. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the guy's name, the stock guy.
Jim Cramer.
Jim Cramer. And he would go, buy, and he'd all the buttons and all this stuff. And like he would, after hours, say, you know, buy, and he'd talk up some big stock, and the next day it'd go up 3%. Like, because people just went along with that. Like,
I'm so glad
that many people.
I didn't realize Jeff Wilson. You answered my question because I'm a skeptic. I don't buy that it's because all of a sudden, like it was so fly. This is one particular card, but I'm glad. All right, so maybe it's Mr. Jeff or the industry, because it's not normally one guy. The other, I don't know. I'm out of my realm. I haven't seen a lot on Caitlin Clark. I was just surprised. I was really surprised. I thought now's the buying opportunity. She's been out of the zeitgeist. She had a bad year. She hasn't been playing. I haven't heard her name. WNBA is looking like they're going on strike, and her cards are up.
So there is a Jim Cramer reverse, or like the Jim Cramer inverse fund that does the exact opposite of what he recommends. And it does very well, by the way. We need to have a Jeff Wilson one too.
Oh, I'd love that. That's hilarious. Oh, you guys are making my night. Okay, LaMelo Ball's another one. So LaMelo Ball gold, when it came into the league, was $192,000. Let me make this big.
Dumb,
192 grand. It drops to
so
51
dumb.
grand. It stayed about that. It's 47. And he's not even he's a fun player. Really great talent. He doesn't care to win. And it's crazy, yes. And look at him out. That's real money, unless my theory of there being some manipulation. But if not, 192 grand. So someone lost $150,000 on this card.
If you're 15 years old, he's a blast to watch. If you're 50 like us, you're kind of like, ugh.
When he was a sophomore, he played against my high school that I teach at. And it was
no way.
Yeah, I remember it was like his freshman or sophomore.
There was so much buzz around him.
Year.
Oh my God, okay.
He had that game where he scored like 70 points or something in a game as like a sophomore. And like it was like a week or two later, his school played our school. Our school has like one of the top basketball programs in the state. And we played against him in a tournament. And I was asking the coach, I was like, what is he like? And he's like, he's little. You know, he was like 15 at the time. And he was shooting from like his hip back then. Because he was little, and that's what was crazy about him scoring all those points that time. But I mean, he's
How'd he do versus
exciting
you
and he
guys?
does stuff, and he's
great shot. He could just, the Warriors messed up not drafting him. He's just not. Too many guys are in it for the money and the women and the life. He does it. Him and Zion and Ja, they don't strike. Where it's the opposite with Wemby and Cooper Flag. They're clearly more the Kobe angle, and Jordan. Jordan went out, but Jordan defied odds, I guess. Yeah, I like LaMelo's game a lot. I just don't think he's a winner. And someone lost 150 grand on this card.
The best player my high school ever played against was Sam Cassell.
Oh, I'm a huge Sam Cassell fan.
When you're
everywhere he went, they played well, and no matter where he went.
He went to Maine Central Institute. It's a little known fact, Sam Cassell. Wow. And they played against my high school in, I don't know, 88 or 89, maybe 87. And they won like 130 to 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sam, I don't have any stories like that. Randy Johnson went to my high school, obviously before me. That's the coolest story I have. Sam Cassell had an alien head. Love Sam Cassell, but that dude had an alien head.
Yeah.
Big balls Ben too. Simmons. What do you know? Mike probably has a little more on this one. Talk about Ben Simmons for a minute.
One of the biggest busts of all time. And he was pretty good for like 4 or 5 years. He was an all-star a few times, maybe an all-NBA.
He made the all-star team?
Yeah.
No shit. He just lost his shot. Like Markelle Fultz. All of a sudden they couldn't shoot.
Yeah. And it was a mental thing with him. He wouldn't even dunk it in a playoff game.
He passed up. Yes, that's right. Yeah. He passed it.
What a mess. What an absolute mess that guy is. And now he's a fisherman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess the main thing of all this tonight is, first, I wanted to point out some players I think people should, they're undervalued if all these prices of modern are real. And second, I just wanted to make sure people Ben Simmons existed. People thought he was going to be really, really good. Even Joel Embiid, who I didn't put up here, it's like Joel Embiid was the king of the league for a couple years and he fell off hard.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of a resurgence from Embiid the last couple weeks, which is weird and surprising, but cool. He's also Embiid's very popular with the young crowd too, because he's a bit of a troll. His Twitter is Troel Embiid.
Oh, really? I like Embiid, but
popular with the young crowd. Yeah, he's an insane talent. Embiid is.
Okay, this is a question like Damian Lillard. Is Jason Kidd or Gary Payton? He was one. They were the best point guards of that time that didn't really win many titles. What is a player like? As you guys mentioned, boring. He wasn't boring, but he played in Portland, and who really cares when you can go buy Luka or it's going to be someone overshot? I don't see a future where, even though Lillard was really great, I just don't see his cards holding value long term. I don't think people are going to care about Damian Lillard in 20 years.
I disagree. I think Lillard, because he was a absolute Portland legend, I think that they will hold better value than most other guys. And he was more offense than Gary Payton or Jason Kidd ever were.
But who else was the best point guard of that time? Who else?
Well, nobody. Point guards didn't.
Nash was a little later.
Steve Nash is a great example. No one cares, and Nash is international. Canada. You could play soccer. Nash is a good example. Nash was great. Isaiah Thomas is another one. 2 titles. He's a Detroit legend, and no one really cares about Isaiah Thomas.
Has the Jordan thing.
I know, but does that really play? When I go look at NBA cards, there's about 11 players that matter, and then Isaiah Thomas is on the cusp.
Yeah, Isaiah also has a lot of post-career problems.
You guys are hilarious. None of that matters.
A lot of it too, though, is the guys like John Stockton and Isaiah and Akeem. A lot of these guys, most of their cards are in the junk, like the high population junk wax era. Like which of their cards, and that's one of the reasons.
I agree there, but it bothers me with baseball. The Griffey thing, it bothers me. People are good. I don't understand the Griffey thing.
But that's one of the reasons that the star card is the star cards have jumped, is because they're limited print runs. And it's like people are like, finally, I can get a Charles Barkley card that isn't at every card show I go to,
But they could always get those. The jump hasn't happened. Only happened when
PSA started grading them.
Yeah.
That helps. Damn. Oh, that makes me sad. You're right. You're right. Those are
I
some
used
of
to
my. I
go to
love the
card
star
shows.
cards.
I used to
love
go
the
to
star.
Holiday Inn card shows, and there was always a dealer who had just, I mean, stacks of star cards, and nobody ever went to those tables. Ever. Nobody wanted those things because the quality of them looked like it was done in somebody's garage, because it basically was. But if you want a rare Jordan card, if you want a rare Isaiah or Barkley or any of those guys that we just mentioned, it's their star card. And so the rarity, that's ultimately what wins out, is the rarity. The 86 Fleer Jordan is way better than the Star Jordans. It looks wise.
They're just tens of thousands more.
Exactly. And so at the end of the day, I think the takeaway from that is that rarity wins. As soon as PSA stamped it with approval of this is a legitimate card, then people said, okay. Although if you do look, I mean, I have the original basketball Beckett behind me, and even Dr. Beckett back in the day had the star card valued a little higher than the 86 Fleer Jordan. And that was kind of an interesting take that he did that.
I'm glad you guys have a different take, because I'm going to stick to my guns here. Aaron Rodgers, I know you're going to make the argument for Brett Favre. I just saw a Joe Theismann autograph patch for $35 on Michael Ham's channel. Nobody gives a shit 50 years later. Baseball's the only chance, because baseball have like real nerds that real nerd out on stats and the cards. I love basketball cards. I've been waiting for the vintage stuff to pop off, and they're just not. And we're in the peak now. So unless some of this money moves over there, it doesn't work. I guess, baseball's the only chance. This Damian Lillard, man, he's not going to, no one's going to give a shit. And then Damian Lillard's 2012. So fine. If you fast forward to 2026, there's a million of these 10 out of 10 cards, and there are dozens or hundreds out of these out of 50 cards. So they're not really rare. And the other point I really want to make is, back then, Griffey's not this way because he has multiple. But if you want a Magic Bird card, there's one. If you want a Hank Aaron card, there's one. It's not argument. Okay, the 10's better than the one, or this is better than that, or this set's better than that. There's no argument. There's one. That's it and all. So I just find that baseball works a little bit different, and maybe it'll change for basketball and football, but I don't think these cards will hold up well. I just don't think people care. The industry, the PMGs, because Nat Turner has them, or those will, the industry will pick up one card. They hope it. Some of these cards are going to drop in value.
You keep saying that we disagree. Like, we don't disagree with you at all.
Well, I appreciate the pushback. You guys are giving a different angle.
We're sharing the counter argument. Like, John Stockton's 88, 89 Fleer rookie card, even in a 10, there are hundreds and thousands of those that look perfect that haven't been graded yet, because it's not worth grading it. Like, that card has reasons why it doesn't have higher demand. And part of it's production, and part of it is he's boring, and part of it's Salt Lake City, and part of it he's a point guard.
Rodman was not boring. You guys mentioned Rodman's, but Rodman was far from boring. How could you not love Rodman?
Say that.
No, yes, there's so many problems with Rodman, and why not problems, but the reason that his cards aren't popular. Dame Lillard, Hobby Champs said, Damian Lillard is the best and most beloved Portland athlete of all time.
We saw Dame Lillard play.
Rodman.
We saw Dame Lillard play. Rodman is the best rebounder of all time. Honus Wagner has. Ty Cobb had many of the, like, Bonds, and Henderson was unlikable and a piece of shit. Bonds was very unlikable with steroids. You could find his Tiffany card sell for a lot of money. I don't agree with that angle. I think that many people have off-field problems, and as long as it's the right card, the vintage is different. Baseball's there. Kareem doesn't have an argument. Kareem is the guy. People don't think the NBA community cares. Blue Red Master comes on. He cares about Colin, Coward, not Colin Coward, Cedric Coward, or he cares about Colin Knipple. These guys in 30, we watched Dame Lillard play. They won't appreciate in 50 years what we saw. They're going to see no titles, no title appearances, no records. And to me, they're not going to care. They didn't see him play.
The problem with you going back to the Rodman issue, and I like Rodman. I think Rodman's interesting, and I think he's exciting. I think he was a really good player, but you can't keep going back to Rodman. Like, Darrell Revis.
You can pick any player.
Let me finish for a second. Darrell Revis was incredible.
Yeah.
Why doesn't anyone want Darrelle Revis cards? He was incredible.
Well,
he was
defender. I also go defender.
It's because he's a defender. And
That's
Dennis
right.
Rodman, what people want in baseball cards is they want guys that hit long home runs. They don't want guys that bat 315.
They want Hall of Famers.
They want long home run guys. When basketball players, they want guys that can hang in the air and do dunks and score in fancy ways and be creative and be scorers. They want scorers.
Yes.
They want Iverson.
I disagree.
They want Kobe. They want Jordan. They don't want Dennis Rodman. They don't want Charles Oakley.
Oh, Dennis Rodman and Charles Oakley are nothing, not even close to the same. That's not fair. Oh, Dave Snyder finally calling it. Holy shit. No, but I mean, any player I pick, you guys are trading it down. John Stockton has a comp to vintage baseball. I don't know who you want to make it, and I guarantee that comp in vintage baseball goes for way higher. Same with Kareem. Whoever you want to compare Kareem to, Mickey Mantle, the comp of Mickey Mantle goes for way higher. It's not that they're boring. The baseball community is deeper, stronger, and they want those guys will pick up all the Hall of Famers. Sandy Coe, any Hall of Famer there. It doesn't work that way for NBA, and it's a bummer because I love NBA. But George Gervin, Iceman, one of the best scorers of all time, and nobody gives a shit. You know, it's just, and his cards weren't, his rookie card is not during the junk wax era. It's during a very limited time in the 70s where there wasn't a lot. So we can name any player, and people did. Bernard King, another great, one of the best scorers of all time. Nobody cares. What
exactly.
Oh, okay.
A lot of it's about where people played. I mean, Jerry West played in LA. It's different.
He's not in demand either. No one gives a shit.
Sure is.
His rookie card
in high grade, you could get his rookie card. Well,
even a guy like Oscar Robertson, who's a top 10 player of all time, in my opinion, his cards are cheap, and part of it is because he's boring and he didn't play in New York,
not
Chicago,
boring. I didn't
or
even
LA.
watch him play. He was a triple-double average. That's what I look at.
No.
He averaged
boring.
a triple-double.
The style he played was boring.
But the thing is I don't know if you
Elgin
saw him.
Baylor was more exciting.
Eventually it doesn't matter. People don't watch. They didn't see them. How many games did you watch Roberto Clemente play? How many games did you watch Joe DiMaggio play? There's a different and Dave Snyder wants to chime in on this, and he's been messaging. Let's throw Dave in real quick. Nice to finally meet you, good sir. How we doing?
Thank you for having me in. I love the topic, but you guys, I don't know how far back you guys go to think about this stuff. The thing I'm wondering is, we've been being influenced for years, decades actually, all the way back to the beginning of freaking time when freaking Dr. Beckett started playing his game with the arrows, and we've been watching those arrows when we were growing up, and now what's happening, instead of the arrows, we're just watching the influencers ping names out there. And what happened was, guess what? All the work was done before you got there. These guys dropped these names out there long before.
I'm in your camp.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, but we're being influenced after the fact. They are soaking up the cards that they want to collect and then make money on, and then dropping the names out there when it's time for them to make their money. You guys are a bunch of suckers. You're all buying up into this stuff. They're already pre-graded their stuff long before they influence their names, and it's happening long before you get there.
Is that different than what I just
buying it?
Is that what I? Is
I don't think he's calling us
what I just said about?
No, I mean we're all suckers, and I don't mean that directly. I mean it's
holy shit. Dave Snyder's here.
All right. Well, listen. I always do this. I barely have prepared for anything to come on here, so that's it. I'm just putting my 2 cents in and backing out.
I'm really glad you did that.
Have fun.
Hell yeah. Hey, more of that. Do you see he didn't get butthurt like Not Sports Cards. He came in, not Sports Cards, but he came in, he gave his thing, he got out. I mean, that's what we do. I am more on his side that it's very manipulative. Like here, we all agree this is a top basketball card, and it doesn't, when you compare it to some of the baseball or some of the modern, the price just doesn't make sense. So, and I would say that for all the players you guys are kind of playing devil's advocate to, I agree. I think it's pretty manipulated.
I think there's a lot of manipulation that goes on. I think there's a lot of shill bidding that goes on. That is part of the manipulation. I think there's a lot of influencers that pump people that they already own. I don't disagree with any of that. I just don't. I don't buy into that. I don't buy any of the stuff that people are doing that to. So I don't
Oh,
really.
same.
I don't think that I'm probably not as aware of the fact that there are tons and tons of people that are just following where they're led. They're just on a leash and they're being led different areas and they're going and doing whatever they're told to do. But because I don't do that, I don't really think about it. Like, I don't think
it just bugs me. I guess it really bothers me. That's a $13 million Jordan. That Jordan Kobe. It just, some of it, it's so, and I want to point P Ryan. It just so matter of fact, the card he got, it was a Jordan rookie card. It was one of the cards we're saying is one of those cards that's being the industry or people are kind of pushing up. It's not a coincidence. It happened to be the Jordan rookie.
I mean, I might be a hypocrite because I bought a card and it's a 1-of-1 superfractor.
Hey, now that's fun. What'd you buy?
So I'll share it here. This will make making me large. I'll show you a picture of it. I don't have it in hand yet.
Make me large,
Professor.
I'm kidding. I'm curious. Let's see.
I'm a high school teacher, and I had a student who was drafted 9th overall in the Major League Baseball draft several years ago. 9th overall.
What position?
I had him in 2 classes. His senior year, spring semester, he had me for first and for second period. And school ended end of May, like June 15th, the draft. He gets drafted 9th overall, signs a $3.5 million signing bonus.
Wow.
Okay, by the Tigers. And he's had a decent little career.
What position?
He's a pitcher.
Okay.
He threw in the middle to upper 90s in high school. And so his 2022 Topps Chrome Superfractor Auto, I bought today.
That's so neat. That's cool.
So I guess I was influenced because, these 1-of-1s are the only way to go. It's auto. So it's a PS. It's got a 10 on it. So it's got to be important. I'm partly.
Yeah, but there's a reason. Come on now.
I'm just teasing.
Okay.
I'm being funny, but I did buy that today.
That's a great story.
Part of me was waiting for some of your guys in the chat that have my number to send me some nasty text message to pop up as I was showing my phone, but thankfully they didn't.
We went in a whole hour here. I thought I wanted to do that, and then I knew you guys were caught. I thought it'd be great to do together. So I hope that was fun.
I didn't know Mike was coming on. Did you know I was coming on?
Oh,
yeah, he said, "Come on with Greg," and
I guess I never relayed it back. I'm sorry, Greg.
Professor, we set this up like a month ago.
Yeah.
And so I've had it on my calendar. I had no idea you were going to be on, Mike, until I popped on. I was like, "Oh, Mike's on."
You were disappointed.
You were maybe coming off, and no, it was fantastic. I love it.
Great.
This was fun. I had a blast.
It was fun.
I had a blast.
Greg, I'm gonna have Mike go after you, but go ahead. Any closing thought? I also had a blast. I thought it was really fun. I'm glad you guys played a little bit of devil's advocate to everything.
Yeah, it's just fun talking about this stuff and different perspectives. And I totally respect where you're coming from. I think you're definitely an advocate for the collector and kind of anti-industry, pro-collector. And you don't want to see collectors get taken advantage of. And in some regards, people are being taken advantage of right now. And they're buying things on hype, and they're not buying things that they actually like. And somebody's going to get stuck with the hot potato. Somebody's going to get stuck in musical chairs when there's, only one chair left, and they're going to not have a seat. And you're trying to protect against that. So I totally respect it. Anything for me to promote? Not really. I mean, Mike and I have our podcast that we post Thursdays on our YouTube channel, Saturdays on
that grew quick
podcast. It's
you
called
have to be happy with that.
Sports Card Clubhouse. We do that. We have a lot of fun. We just talk, shop, and have fun. But nothing big. I'll be at the West Coast Card Show. If anybody's going to be there, come say hey. If you see me, I'd love to meet whoever, and maybe we can get you out there and have a good time. But I appreciate you having me on. This is the second time I've been on. I look forward to doing it again in the future. And I love your energy and I love your passion.
Hey, Greg, thank you so much. And I enjoy talking with you a bunch. Let's throw Mike on. Mike, thank you for coming. I had a blast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I think I started watching the live stream like 40 minutes before I came on, and you're very, very good at live streams. I wish I were better at them. And I watch you and a couple of others, and I think, and like Greg, and I think, man, it's a skill for anybody who has never done one before. And you're watching, he's very, very good.
Hey, that's flattering. Thank you.
It's the preparation you put into it and the planning. It's very impressive. I would love to have you on every weekend. I do a This Week in Sports Cards podcast on the Sports Card Clubhouse, and I'd love to have you on at some point. You can't drop any F-bombs.
The answer is yes. I appreciate that. Guys, have a great night, and thank you for calling in.
Appreciate you having me on, buddy. Good talking.
Jason.
Hey, that was really fun. There I am. Thank you both for coming on. It was a really great time. The conversation was great. I thought we hit a great topic. I love I think you mostly agree on my side, but you're playing devil's advocate. You were telling us about I really enjoyed it. And it was a subject that kind of means a lot to me because some of these vintage the vintage basketball bugs me. It hasn't got the love it deserves. Or even someone like John Stockton. So, okay, let me get rid of this. Rhonda's going to come on, I think. Let's see if she can get her camera up. She's going to do a little wrap up, give whatever I missed. And then we'll do it again tomorrow. I have a bunch of stuff to get to tomorrow because you guys are all sending. I got a ton of stuff to get to. What am I doing here? I want to get this off. I want to remove this stop screen. Let me do one thing. I have more to get to. Once you put on your camera, I'll throw you up. Let's see. I want to do present, share screen, but I don't want to share this one. I want to share the other. I had so many tabs tonight with the two. It was fun going over my collection. That was really fun. I'll do more of that, more of the collection next week. Window. We want to share this window. Share. Dave Snyder calling back. Let's throw Dave up. Dave, what's going on?
You there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, real quick, I just wanted to say thank you to you. I wasn't prepared to actually jump on, but I just figured, what the hell? I might as well try it one shot and run away. But I wanted to say thank you to you. I've been through a lot the last couple months, and a lot of what you've done has kept me going. My wife has kept me away from the live streams for a while, because I probably shouldn't have that kind of excitement. But but I kind of figure, well, with the Sabres win 7-4 tonight, and then throwing myself into the mix just for like a minute or two, and then you just mentioned you're going to bring on Rhonda. I wanted to jump back into the studio if you allowed me to, just to say thank you to her.
There she is.
Hey, hi, Dave.
How you doing? Thank you so much for pushing for me to come out of my shell. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to come out at the time that you were asking for it. I will try to prepare myself with a better performance.
You did great. Are you kidding me? I can't wait. I can't wait for a prep, Dave. Oh my goodness.
You did fine.
The prep thing is, quite frankly, and Jason, I want to say to you that some of the stuff I'm sending to you and your messages, I dig into this stuff on a daily basis, just trying to pull it all together and kind of make some sense of what's really happening out there right now. I've been really just kind of like,
it's discouraging, man. I can see it in your face. It is so discouraging. You guys keep me going because I fucking get discouraged every time you go, and it's very sad.
He dropped the F-bomb right away. Yeah, the hobby and community are in peril. But the game is changing at the top more so than at the bottom. The game at the top is getting the whole gotcha, the arena club thing.
It's all about greed.
Yeah, it's really kind of crazy with the guys that are playing with the money and the amounts that they're playing with at the top right now. They have to move. Maybe, Jason, you alluded to this the other day when you said they only have to get a certain percentage to move it. Well, yeah, that is absolutely true. But when you're moving bigger guys with bigger wallets. They only have to got you a couple of those millionaires before they make a move that makes sense to them.
They are working so hard, Dave. They are working so hard to.
I mean, think about it. Yeah, but you see, that's just it. They're working hard, but they have to, because in order for them to play in this game, they have to move more money to make it make sense for them, because otherwise they wouldn't be involved in this game.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't. And quite frankly, I mentioned this in one of my messages to you earlier. Some wheels have not been greased, and they're getting the attention of government right now. Some people are noticing that this whole industry, this whole whatever you want to call this community, hobby, whatever, is starting to make more money, and it's getting the attention of people that need to be greased up. And now they're starting to say, well, maybe there's something that I need to threaten somebody to get some money for my campaign.
Let's hope so. I mean, more knowledge is coming out now, right, Jason? We're bringing it up. More people are bringing it up.
But sometimes it feels like we're a little pebble in the. I love it. I love it, but it just with all the other channels.
That's true. Yeah. But just remember this, okay? When it comes to this hobby, this is an emotional thing. Just like anything else, I don't care what you collect. There's an emotion to collecting anything, and we're not talking just cards. So in the past 16 years that I've been collecting, I've decided to sell 50% of my stuff because I don't need it all. And you know what? It's funny that you went down this avenue. It was great seeing your cards at first. We don't see a lot of cards on here, Dave. It's a little bit more like SCR, but it's a lot better.
No,
so that you know,
it's actually it's
1,000% better, because we get more people like you and a lot of people in the industry coming on, and I am so glad that you got along with everybody tonight. Nobody told you to go fuck yourself. That's words sort of thrown around here all the time. But what I want to say about the hobby is, yeah, we have seen it change. We have. That's why you don't see me ripping. That's why you see that shit up there still, because I know there's probably nothing in there. And what am I going to do with it? I probably will end up selling it all on Whatnot. I probably will. And then I'll probably change my Whatnot into some other kind of genre, because I have other stuff. I have 800 comic books over here I haven't even done yet. Okay, that's another hobby I want to get into. So I can only do one at a time. But let me just say this. It's not really just what we see on TV. This also starts at home. If we're going to, okay, so for instance, I had a long conversation with my youngest son, and I said, what am I going to do with all this? And he wants to know, what am I going to do with all this? A lot of it I'm going to keep because it has some kind of sentimental value to me. And there was a story. Sometimes the story's behind it, but sometimes there isn't. It's just because I had to have that card. I just had to have it because it was a numbered and it was jersey worn, and I like it, and it's pretty, and it's like art to me, and I don't want to get rid of it. But then I have a huge collection that I need to get rid of. The thing is, we need to teach the young ones, okay, who the stars are, not just go after the GOATs. Like you were talking about earlier, about the guys that you were talking about. I've seen them play, like Dr. J and Larry Bird and Kevin McHale and Magic Johnson. Nobody wants those cards, and they didn't at the card show. But you know what? I love them. The ones that I have in my basketball 3-row, I love those cards. When I look at those cards, I remember that I actually saw them on there. And I had a 10-year-old here last summer who came in the room, which scared me to death, because you don't want a 10-year-old around your cards. I don't. And he was like, oh my gosh. He was so excited about the basketball cards that I wanted to show him what I had. And he got super excited. And I sent him home with a Kobe and a couple other cards that he might like. Now, I don't know.
That's how you build a real. That's how it was for me. If I walked into some old cards as a kid, oh my God, I'd be in heaven. Right. This is so. I mean, that's. What do you got there, Dave?
Yeah, but the spark in his face, the spark in his eyes is what I'm talking about. And that's what got me stuck in the hobby.
That's right. And Rhonda, we wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for emotion and passion. Like it's weird what you're passionate about, and this just happens to be it. You know, it's so weird.
Right. It's not weird to me. I mean, other people's hobbies are their hobbies. I don't think it's weird. I don't cut anybody down about their hobbies. They collect things. It's a part of them. You know, I have a story behind my collection. A huge story, and it keeps building. And then we're building friendships here too. But
no doubt,
it's greed. It's greed at the top. Dave is right. It's greed at the top. And whether you take it or not, that's up to you. Like I said before, if you want to spend your hard-earned money on that shit, go right ahead. I mean, I got stuff here if you want some. I'll give you a discount. I'm telling you right now, it's just ridiculous.
Dave, you said I want to see what a prep Dave looks like. When can we get you?
Wow,
that was a nice setup. Nice setup. But when I want to see you I know. So first of all, it meant a lot what you said, because I've had medical issues too. And it was sports, Kobe, Shaq, Bonds, that got me through it. Cause when you're just sitting at home all the time. And so it meant a lot that you said that. And I'm glad you called, and hopefully you can start. You're going to be a great caller if we get you on more. Yeah. You're going to bring some good stuff.
You know what? We're in the middle of a carnival age. It's so freaking ridiculous. I mean, I could be cynical, and I can sit here and whine and cry, and I'm kind of like almost done with it at this point, because unless, like, kind of like what Rhonda said, we have to do something about the next generation of collectors, or it's going to be they're just after the shiny and
money.
And they won't even know what a Hall of Famer is. They won't have any clue. And you know what? It was at one point, you know, we all knew all the Hall of Famers from all the major sports.
Right. Can I ask you this question? How many people actually read the back of a card?
Dang,
I definitely look at the front.
Yeah,
they look at the front. I will go on eBay.
That was part of it.
A card, and I'll be like, "Where's the back? Where is the back? I want to see the back."
Somebody just did this the other day.
So,
does somebody remember when Topps put the italicized lettering on the back of the card for league leading stats? Do you know when that started?
A while back, I'd assume.
It is a while back, but it's actually in our youth. It was like 86 or 85, somewhere around there. But it wasn't that long ago. So when Rhonda said, how many times have you read the back of a card, it just kind of brought that up in my head. When was the last time that I've looked? But
that's how I learned.
That's what I did when I was younger. I haven't in a while.
I still am. Ask
I don't collect. I quite frankly don't collect new guys, because new guys kill people, new guys rape people, and old guys don't. They're dead. Dead guys don't kill anybody, so I don't have to worry. I know you're thinking, why does it matter?
Break a leg.
Frankly, the price of those cards never go down, because they don't have any controversy left. You know what? Wanda Franco went from the highest priced cards to the lowest price just real fast.
A day.
And I don't have to worry about that, because I'm not foolish enough to go collect the shiny stuff right away. I'll wait till they get done playing, and then I'll collect their stuff.
Dave, are you healthy enough we can get you back on next week?
What do you want to do? All set something up with you.
Yeah,
all right, yeah, let's do that. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I definitely want you to call in.
I'll put together a list of bullet points, and I'll send them to you, and we'll go after it actually prepared.
Hell yes. No, I love that.
Well,
all right, Dave. It was really great.
Yeah, let me out of here. Let me out of here. I gotta get out of here.
You gotta sell some cards.
He gone. Hey, Dave, that was awesome. We're gonna do a Ronda wrap up real quick, and we went 2 hours and 15 minutes, and yeah, it was really nice talking with Greg and Mike, and then meeting Dave was really cool.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Well, I think we can all agree that nobody wants any Discord. Nobody wants any Discord.
I was even flirting with free Discord, but no.
And I have to admit, yes, I was in a Discord in 2022, 2023. It's like $6 a month or whatever, but I just went in there, and it was the same stuff that I'm doing here right now, pretty much.
So, Rhonda, what do you got? What did you think of the show here?
I thought it was great. You showing your cards in the beginning was a shocker, and I think everybody enjoyed it. You got some really good feedback. A lot of people said, "Oh, for finally seeing some cards." So
Someone asked me, someone in the comments, like, hey, if you collect, what do you got? And so I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, no,
I'll
that was
show
great.
some of my stuff.
And you know what? It kind of brought back a lot of memory. It was very touching because some of those cards that you actually have, I had and I sold them. Especially
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
The Kobe Rage. I kept the Kobe Rage for like 3 years before I sold it.
Any comments or anything I missed tonight?
No, well, no, I think pretty much all the comments were hit. I mean, everybody was very attentive to what Mike and Greg were saying. So that was good. That conversation that was really good.
That was fun.
flowing.
That was fun.
But one, like I said, I think we already talked about it though, but Adam Turner, I don't know if he's a regular here, but Adam Turner said that he wonders if the future generations will even appreciate the stuff that we have.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And like I said this from the beginning, that is really up to us. So you're going to keep your stuff. You're going to keep all your stuff forever, but I'm thinking you're going to keep some of your stuff. And I think when you do show your stuff, see, I don't know how much you actually expose your stuff to other people.
Myself?
Right. Besides YouTube, instead of doing it on YouTube,
Yeah, you don't really show it to people. Yeah, I don't.
Right. And I don't think most people do. But I do think going out to card shows, I would like to do that more. You're going to the National, which is great. I hope you're going to do some footage when you get out there.
Oh yeah, I definitely
a lot. And but I'd like to see some more footage of you doing some card shows. I think some people would. You're going to more.
Okay.
Right. Because you're in warm weather. See, I'm just so glad that I'm here talking to you, not outside shoveling. But you could go to more card shows. So
I'm annoyed that I uploaded, like you said, a bunch of videos to do a little clip, and they're gone. So I just uploaded them. I just want to try it once. I just want to try it real quick.
Oh my God.
Well, they're fun. There you go. Yeah, it was funny that you brought up Annika.
They're all gone. StreamYard kind of pisses me off sometimes. What a waste of my time I did.
Yeah, well, at least the mic is working today, so that's
yeah. Your setup's great. And Ron, we do it. Gone 2 hours 15. I want to get out of here. But anything else you want to wrap up with?
Yeah, no, not really. Like I said, it was just the intro was really good. I think we like seeing the cards. I don't know if that's all you have, but
I'll show the other 2/3. I have 2/3 more, but I want to piece it out. I don't want to do it all.
Yeah, that's fine. And I thought Frank, did you say somebody else was? I thought RGL was coming on.
Oh no, he actually text messaged me to his story, but no.
Really, I'd like to see him come up on again, and we like to talk about whatnot too, because like I said,
I have something on whatnot with Boston Sports Card.
Yeah,
I'll talk about that.
Are we gonna do? Are we gonna follow whatnot at all, or discuss about that crap?
I'll look up some of the whatnot stuff for tomorrow.
You know what? We could do that tomorrow because I have some stuff on I have a couple of things I want to bring up about whatnot.
Perfect. All right, Ron. This was great. All
right. Yeah. Great show.
Have a great night, Rhonda.
All right. You too.
Hey, it was a lot of fun. Tomorrow, I have tons of stuff to get to. Thank you to Card Ladder for being a sponsor. Thank you to CIA for being a sponsor. What else? $5 to be a member. Get y'all stuff. We'll do the bundle tomorrow. I'll pick some member. I'm not going to put Run Good Life on there. He's been a member for 4 months. I appreciate that. I'm not gonna. He doesn't need the 2 packs and some cards. Yeah, I'm sure he won't. I'm sure he's not going to care. And maybe I'll ask him. But no, I think he wants it to go to one of you. And I want it to go to one of you. But hey, James, Run Good Life, I do really appreciate you being a member. 28 of us, 100 over 120. I think peak we reached 165 tonight. I had a blast. Flew by. Greg, Mike, great calls. Charles, I'm sorry. I hope Charles stayed. I'm sorry I didn't get you up there. Dan, thank you for calling in, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. I have plenty to get to tomorrow. A lot to get to tomorrow, and we'll do it again. See you then. Hey, thank you for being here. Have a great night.